Well, thank you, folks. Oh, look at this. Right in, Fester and Roxanne are walking in precisely at the tone at 6 o'clock. Oh, that wasn't the tone. That wasn't. Yeah, that was not the tone. So don't. Yeah, when I just hit that again, that was not. It was the first one that went. That meant it was 6 o'clock. Exactly. So
time at the tone, 6 o'clock and 30 seconds.
Yeah. All right. Welcome, folks. MJ and the crew. What is this Tuesday? Well, as expected. My son Julian passed his driving exam with a perfect score. So I don't know. He just said the instructor said, yeah, he did perfectly. No errors whatsoever. But, man, there were folks in there that failed the driving test. And I'm not, yeah, really, I'm serious. It was like someone in there like crying. They failed their road test.
They're just crying.
Seriously, yeah. People are crying. And it's Julian said the road test was so easy, and I'll try to get him on later on. But we went to the Brandon office for the Hillsborough County tax collector, which is on Falkenberg,
right?
And they have you pull out of the parking lot, so you have to use your own car. And the inspector, I didn't get to go. I thought that I got to go in the car, sit in the back, and just can't say anything. There were sometimes, it might be learner's permits, or I don't know whether it was during COVID, but whatever reason, I thought that I got to ride in the car, but that was not the case. No, I had to stay back while Julian did his driving exam. And Julian's 19. He just turned 19, and he's just late getting, he has his learner's permit. He got that a little over a year ago.
Right.
And he got that, I think, during, when he was home for the summer. The deal is Julian has been in boarding school up in Connecticut for, the last 4 years. He did 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grades up in Connecticut at a boarding school. So it's not like, what the hell's that?
What's that?
What happened?
What was it? It sounded like someone was banging on a musical triangle. What was that noise?
Sounds like dinner's ready.
It sounded like it came from this corner of the room. But
Dude, well, hold on a minute. I get bells going off. Come on, that was someone's phone. What was that?
It wasn't a phone.
Well, what was it? What's making that noise?
It was like a ding. It was like someone dropped like a ring or someone hit a cymbal.
Like I said, it was like I said a musical triangle. It was like I heard a little ding, 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 ding. What was you guys are telling me you have no idea what made that sound?
I don't even know if it was audible on the air. So
I think it was audible on. I heard it in my headphones.
Maybe quite faintly.
But hold on, what made that noise?
I
don't know.
It came from over there. It's
Look
something
on the floor over
It's
there.
something you guys have.
I don't see anything that dropped. I don't know.
Well, that was weird.
If I
All
knew,
right.
I would tell you.
Welcome, folks, to the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. It is a Tuesday morning. We're just getting rolling here. Why do you look like you have something to say?
Because today's a big day. I've had a friend for like 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And he's always known I worked in radio.
Yeah.
But then he knew I got back to radio.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, you know what he says to me?
What?
Hey, man, I got to listen to your radio show sometime. Hey, man, hey, you still working on the radio? Hey, man.
By the way,
Are you friends with J.J. Walker?
Yeah, pretty close. He's the white J.J. Walker. He's that cool.
Does he say dynamite?
Pretty damn close.
Or does he say, like, ammonium nitrate?
So I saw this guy last week, right?
Yes.
And he's like, hey, brother, how are you, man? And I'm like, great.
Can I just inject a programming note?
Sure.
I'll get back into Julian's driving test later on. I'll try to get him on the air and, just the details. And I got a couple of the Department of Motor Vehicles tax collector observations. Yeah, I'd like to improve a couple of things over there.
You should run for tax collector.
Yeah, I think I should.
You could streamline things a bit.
So every time I see this guy, he's like, hey, you still on the radio? I'm like, yeah, everyone. What time? I'm like, when you wake up in the morning, you get in your car, I'm on. That's, 6 to 10 every morning, Monday through Friday. I got to listen sometime. So he sends me a text yesterday.
Yep.
Hey, big news, man. I'm like, oh, gosh, what?
I finally listened to your show, man.
No, he hasn't listened. As of yesterday, he has listened.
What?
I have a 3-hour drive today. I'm 104.7, right? And I wrote him back, yeah, that's it. So Kevin Mullis.
Kevin Mullis?
Listening for the first time.
Mullis?
Yeah, old friend of mine. I've known him for like 10
Why
years.
have I never heard of Kevin Mullis?
Because maybe you haven't met him, although you'd love him. He's a great guy.
What does Kevin Mullis do?
Slings RVs.
Oh, so
he works for the manufacturers.
Oh, he works for which one?
Thor, yes.
Thor.
The largest of all the RV manufacturers.
Really?
Yeah,
Thor?
you cut off MJ's story just to shout out your friend?
I thought his story was done. I didn't know he was going to go into a whole district. He stopped the story, introed the show, and then we have banter.
Can I say hi to Big Lou?
Oh, my God.
Well, Big Lou listens all the time.
Hi, Big Lou. How you doing?
What does Big Lou do these days?
He's at Sherwin-Williams.
Oh, he's still Ask Now, Ask How?
Managerial position.
Ask Sherwin-Williams.
That's right. Working his way up the
Are
chain.
you're cutting off my Kevin story so you can tell your Lou story?
Well, I thought you had something entertaining to say. You said, well, my friend is...
Roxanne, would you like to cut everyone off with some nonsensical garbage?
I know Kevin Mullis, who is in the FBI.
It's not that Kevin. It's not that Kevin. No.
What are the odds?
This is the FBI.
Yeah. Unless he's been doing some intel on the RV industry for the last 10 years, I don't think it's that Kevin.
So,
well, hold on. You yell at me for cutting off MJ's story to cut off my story to have Roxanne trump us all with an FBI? I don't know.
What is going on?
Oh, here he is. Look, Fester. Look, this is my Kevin Mullis.
Oh, jeez.
I
don't need to talk about Kevin Mullis.
Let me show you the Kevin I know.
Yeah, I don't want to get into a Kevin.
God.
I just wanted to say good morning to my friend who's finally listening after 10 years of friendship.
How do you know he's listening at the very onset of the show?
He said he's going to all the time, and he never does.
Look, yesterday he writes 104.7, correct?
Yes.
I wrote yes. He goes, I'm listening in the morning. Brother, he even puts a brother in his
brother.
text. Brother.
Hey, brother.
Brother, I'm listening in the morning.
I'm going to crack you over the head with one of those folding chairs, brother.
He has a 3-hour drive. I I don't believe him.
Is there a hidden camera in the bedroom, brother?
Different brother.
Is that a curiosity, there, brother?
The corners. So this, I said, text me when you're listening, and then at 5:40.
How do you spell cuckold, brother?
And then 5:45.
So what time is he listening all morning?
A 3-hour drive. I guess he's listening from now to
All right.
maybe 8:30.
Well,
Better be good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got a pretty busy show today. Don't forget, 9 to 9:20. So later this morning, between 9 and 9:20, I'm going to give you the new MJ Trip a Day song. So an all-new song title for you to listen to, which once I announce it between 9 and 9:20, it's guaranteed to play sometime before 6 o'clock. And when you hear it, just be the seventh caller at 800-990-1047, and you'll win the latest Trip a Day, which is a 3-day staycation at the Wyndham Grand Orlando Bonnet Creek. So that's a nice little 3-day getaway, Trip a Day. You can win later today here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. So we're just getting started. I will not be able to get everything in today because I know how this show operates. I've got too much, so the density of quality is going to be good. It's going to be all killer, no filler. It's going to be all schmuck and no suck. Okay?
We're all schmuck, all
All
right.
right. Pat's got traffic. Back in a second, MJ. MJ Morning Show on Uncle Cracker fan. Can you name anything else that Uncle Cracker does? What else did Uncle Cracker do? I remember the name Uncle Cracker.
I think that's it.
I think he might have had one other song.
Yeah, I want to say there was one other original, because that's a remake. That's a cover. So I want to say there was an original Uncle Cracker song that was kind of a hit, is what I'm thinking. All right, MJ and the crew, 620, Roxanne and Fester and Froggy, Andrew in the producer's booth this morning. So welcome, everybody. I do appreciate it. Oh, Froggy, I know you're a big MMA fan. And
yes.
Yeah, we've got to get into a little update on Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. We'll get into that in just a bit. All right. Did we find any other Uncle Cracker songs? There's something that I think was big back.
Oh.
Follow me. Oh, hey, Andrew, can you bring that up? Do you have that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, because I remember we played some of the Uncle Cracker song when we were across the street at 93 years ago.
Making me hungry, all this cracker talk.
Uncle Cracker.
I mean, he was replaced by Uncle Cheez-It.
Uncle Wheat Thins.
Yeah, well, Uncle Ritz. Uncle Ritz really put it on him.
Andrew, do you have Uncle Cracker, the one that I'm thinking of? Do you have that handy? Over on 93 when we were there. Yeah. Yeah, what were we going to say, Fester?
I think I like Follow Me better than the Drift Away version song.
You know what? I think I do, too.
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't program anything around here, but that was a pretty good song.
I got to be honest. Hey, that Publix dog policy story, that's like getting all kind. We did that last week. We did that like midweek last week. And the whole Publix story is like getting tons of play now as local TV stations have picked it up. And now USA Today's on the story.
Did they credit you for breaking the big news?
No, I listen, I got the story from some little like community like newsletter on the East Coast. Seriously, I got it from some little newsletter, like my cousin's HOA newsletter. I'm serious. Hey, Publix cracking it. And then I started seeing the signs in Publix. All right, folks, if you don't know what we're talking about, Publix is cracking down, just like the airlines did.
Yeah.
Man, that was a huge, huge racket. For years, people were scamming the airlines with their emotional support gerbils, their emotional support dogs and cats, and there was someone tried to bring a peacock to the Newark airport, claimed it was an emotional support peacock.
I've been carrying my emotional support gerbil for years, and nobody's found it yet.
I bet it's hidden well.
Tucked away.
Yeah, but that whole deal, that whole emotional support thing, man, that was an absolute ridiculous mess and was a total racket because people figured out that if they just claim emotional support pet, that they can fly with the dog in the cabin, and if the dog is too big, the dog can just sit on the floor, and they didn't have to put it in a carrier under the airplane if the dog is too big, or if the dog was sized right and could fit in a carrier under the seat. That's been happening for years, but you have to pay for that. That's typically like $100 or so, or $150 for you to take your dog on the airplane if it does fit in one of those approved carriers to go under the seat in front of you. So people figured out how to wambuki the system and say, oh, I'm anxious. I've got this problem. I've got that problem. Oh, it's my emotional support. So, yes.
I found a list of crazy emotional support animals. So you've got turkeys, pigs, ducks, and my favorite is an Appaloosa horse.
Is that the midget horses?
No. That's just the coloring of them. They're like dappled, like they're like gray and black and white.
Oh.
An Appaloosa horse?
Mm-hmm.
The hell's
And this
that?
woman went on her name's Cheryl. And
Her name is Cheryl or Cheryl?
Cheryl.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. Is it
Cheryl.
It's Cheryl. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, Cheryl.
So she was flying.
I thought you said Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Come over, Cheryl.
Cheryl, can you bring Mama dip?
What did Cheryl have to say about horses?
Yeah.
Her horse's name was Confetti, and she flew with confetti.
Oh.
Mhm.
Now, I remember there was a guy walking through the Newark airport. This is like maybe 4 or 5 years ago during the whole craze with the emotional support animal crap where it was nuts. I told you, man, I was on a Delta flight one time, and I don't know what the total number of dogs on the plane was. And I love dogs. I don't have a problem with dogs. But within one row of me, within either my row or the row in front of me or behind me, there were 4. Not two, but four emotional support pets like on the floor. I'm like, come on, all you guys are emotionally messed up. Come on.
And you're in the middle of them all.
And then the guy walking through Newark Liberty Airport with a peacock. And he thought he was going to get on an airplane with an emotional support peacock. I think the guy was singing that as he's walking through the airport.
Barely hear it.
What?
That thing is old school.
That is old school, man. That's, I think, the NBC fall season of 1981, 82 maybe? Maybe 1980? I think BJ and the Bear was on NBC at that time, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so there is more attention coming to the new Publix policy about you can't just bring your dog in. And remember, I brought this up months and months ago. Actually, this goes back a couple of years, and I've mentioned this numerous times that what's going on? People are just like walking their dogs through Publix. I saw it at the Publix. I've got a couple of Publixes that I visit.
Oh, do you?
My primary Publixes are the one on Kennedy Boulevard.
Attention stalkers.
Right across.
I mean, let me tell you, my primary time that I go there is 3
I didn't
to
say
3.
that.
That's where we're going.
No, it's not where
Listen,
I'm going.
listen.
I'm saying that
Any amateur sleuth can find you in the deli case.
Any amateur sleuth can find me anywhere, anytime. Jeez. All right. So the 2 Publixes that I frequent are the Publix on West Kennedy, right across from West Shore Plaza. It's the old Sports Authority. That whole, that's where it's not the same building, but it's where the land is. So that's a Publix I frequent. Or the Publix on Southdale, Maybury, and Neptune. That's the other Publix. So it's those 2 Publix stores, and I've seen it on multiple occasions. People just walking dogs through the place, or people with the dog in the shopping cart, or dogs inside purses. Depending on the size of the dog, you're not going to have a Belgian Malinois or whatever, inside your purse. But I've seen people just walking the dogs through. So Publix, clearly this has been a problem across the state, and Publix has initiated an enforcement, and we brought this up on the program early last week, and since I brought it up, now it's like this week, it's all over the media. So local TV here in Tampa Bay, they're covering the story. And the reason why I'm bringing this up again is because last night I'm doing prep, and on the USA Today website, one of the lead stories on usatoday.com, which is a nationwide news publication, they said in their headlines like Publix bans pets. So here's their article. USA Today last night, pets not welcome? ? Publix posts signs prohibiting pets and emotional support animals. Publix is a place for produce, buy one, get one free prices, and a selection of sandwiches known as pub subs.
I love them.
That's right, USA Today. They call them pub subs here in Florida. The famed chain of Florida supermarkets are places where all are welcome, perhaps especially world-renowned soccer stars like Lionel Messi. We didn't talk about that, but I had that in the pile. When Messi's playing soccer now down in Miami,
right?
And there was this clearly staged photo op where Lionel Messi, famed soccer player, was in Publix, like with his wife and kids, and it was clearly, and everyone was calling him out. What a ridiculous stage publicity shot. Messi among the people.
Why? What's so ridiculous? He had to go shopping.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big fan of Captain Crunch.
But I don't think Messi eats Captain
He was
Crunch.
getting some Go-Gurts. So he can,
I once saw an interview with him that he used to like Captain Crunch, but it kept ripping up the skin on the roof of his mouth. And that's called the Captain Crunch roof rip.
Yes.
Where it shreds the skin. Seriously, you've had that, right?
I've totally had that.
Yeah, it shreds the skin on the top of your mouth when you eat a lot of Captain Crunch. No, but that was a totally staged photo. No, but USA Today is now talking about customers are starting to notice large signs. Hey, folks, we brought this up early last week. Customers are starting to notice large signs placed at the front of Publix grocery stores throughout Florida, reminding shoppers that only service animals are allowed in the store, not personal pets, and not even emotional support animals. My God, this is my emotional support shopping Doberman Pinscher. I can't shop for produce. I need this Doberman Pinscher by my side because I'm gonna have an emotional breakdown while I'm shopping for a Quaker oatmeal.
Listen, first of all, nothing's funny about mental health disorders.
Oh,
well,
listen.
Okay, hold on. A little bit's
Thanks.
funny. I mean, okay, a little bit's funny about it.
We're all afflicted here in this room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
As a survivor of several mental health disorders, is this all crap? I mean, is there a way to certify an emotional support animal?
Listen, if you need a service animal, then that is actually certifiable. But listen, people with the whole airline scam, people were just going on eBay and buying a vest that said emotional support dog for $22 with some kind of a certificate that somebody ran off at Kinko's or FedEx office down the street on a copy machine or something. They're selling crap. All right, 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show. But the whole world's starting to notice the Publix deal. And good for Publix. Good for you, Publix, for telling these folks you can't walk your dogs through the place or, I get such anxiety shopping, inflation, and the prices are going up. Look at the price of eggs. Oh, my God, I need an emotional support animal. Come on. All right, 6:32. Let's dive into some early morons in the news next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey. Time for the early morons in the news, the early edition. Oh, gotta love this. A lovely Florida story. Oh, this is so Florida. According to police, woman put bug spray in her boyfriend's drinks.
Oh.
Raid!
It had to have been raid.
Oh, man. Yep, right here in Florida. Yeah, where did this happen? I De Leon Springs. Am I saying, is it De Leon or
Is it De Leon?
Maybe it's De Leon, like Ponce de Leon.
Yes.
No, but it's Ponce de Leon. That's how you say the Ponce dude. So not to be confused with Chris Pont. All right, the famous chef. All right, so after I guess they were out drinking, a woman here in Florida decided to brew up a couple of late night drinks for her boyfriend and spiked the drinks with Raid. Do they still run those commercials?
I haven't seen him in a while. I feel like I haven't seen him in a long time.
And isn't that the case where like the bugs are all crawling around and then the homeowner brings out the can of Raid and then the bugs go, Raid!
Yes.
At some point in the commercial, all the bugs do go, Raid!
Very cartoonish.
So this woman here in Florida gave her boyfriend drinks after they were out drinking. They went home, and they're going to have a couple of nightcaps at home. And by the way, the dude, the boyfriend, is the baby daddy of at least one of her children.
At least one.
Yeah, according to the arrest affidavit, Veronica Klein, 29, she contacted the victim early this morning to say that she was coming home from drinking at the bar and wanted to serve her, wanted him, I guess, to serve her alcoholic beverages once she got home so they could drink together. So I guess she was out on her own.
And she comes home and wants to keep drinking.
Yeah, Klein and her 24-year-old victim, they're parents to a 1-year-old girl. Yeah, Klein has at least one older child with a different dude.
Okay.
So Klein gets back home to their residence in De Leon Spring. How do you say? Is it De Leon? How do you say that?
It's in Volusia County.
Yeah.
It's about 2.5 hours away.
Yeah, I know where it is. I just, because when you think of Ponce de Leon, you say Ponce de Leon, the whole Fountain of Youth crap, right? Ponce de Leon. But I think it's De Leon Springs. I don't know if they say De Leon Springs. So the victim told cops over in Volusia County that he had about 2 drinks
That's about right.
when he started to feel sick. Tell you what, if you get a nice bitter Negroni going, that'll mask the taste of Raid bug spray, I'm thinking.
You know,
is that bug spray, or is that just the natural bitterness of a well-made Negroni, you know?
If you threw together a Raid rum runner, that would be tasty.
So
right?
The guy gets sick. The dude, well, because he's drinking what?
Raid!
Who's playing crap in here?
I was. It's De Leon Springs.
It's De Leon, okay.
Yes.
So the guy gets sick, and that's when he recalls that Klein admitted to him that she added Raid roach spray to his last 2 drinks.
She kind of has a buggy look to her, doesn't she?
She looks like a carpenter ant. So the woman told police that he threw, the victim, the guy, the boyfriend, told the cops that he threw up for 30 minutes before he was able to even call 911 for help. Guy's hurling for 30 minutes.
He's going to be dehydrated.
Yeah, the man became extremely ill and could not speak without throwing up.
Oh, man, I wish there was video of that.
That's like the crank call that Froggy did with the guy that couldn't stop throwing up.
Oh, the Mr. Projectile Vomit.
Oh, we got to play that again. Man, that's hysterical.
Classic.
Projectile Vomit, man.
You know what? Hey,
one
Andrew,
appearance.
can you please dig up Projectile Vomit Man? It's in the system. It should be in our archives. Dig that up, and maybe we'll play that the minute we get back in the next segment as just kind of an old archive piece. So this guy, he became very sick, could not speak without throwing up. When he was questioned by the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, he was then taken to the hospital. Ambulance picked him up, and then he was treated for Raid poisoning. Raid!
You know, if that's how a person feels, imagine how those poor little bugs feel.
Yeah,
right. And imagine, cockroaches are supposed to outlive every experience, like nuclear war and stuff like that. So this must be strong chemicals in there to kill cockroaches.
Yeah, but they can't outlive the Raid!
Right.
What about the Roach Motel?
Oh, I remember
We still
those.
have
Where
those?
boyfriends check in, but they don't check out?
Yeah, right.
Is that it? Yeah, I think they still have Roach Motels.
Yeah, those still work.
Yeah, the victim then gave police an audio recording, according to Smoking Gun, of Klein reportedly admitting to spiking his drinks with Raid. Investigators also located a 17.5-ounce can of Raid ant and roach spray, which promises to kill on contact with no lingering odor and boasts an outdoor fresh scent in his drinks. Yeah, the police probe determined that Veronica, the girlfriend, did in fact intentionally introduce the Raid ant and roach killer into the victim's drinks with the intent to kill or injure him.
How much Raid do you have to consume to kill somebody?
She's been charged with poisoning. She's being held in the county jail on a felony count. And this Klein, she's a real treat. Oh, Veronica Klein here. She has several prior convictions, 2 of which involved improper exhibition of a weapon. In both instances, the weapon was a knife. Man, she sounds like a menace to society.
I mean, aside from her making my drinks, she kind of sounds like a good time.
Who I'm thinking could probably get a job at some exterminator company.
Well, at the jail, you know how they
Hey,
have
what's that
inmates?
exterminator company that has the giant bugs on top of the roof of their car? Yeah,
Terminix?
Truly Nolan.
Nolan.
Yeah, she could get a job at Truly Nolan. That's what she
The other
ought
big
to.
mouse ears and the mouse tail.
No, hold on. Did Truly Nolan have?
I thought it was mice.
No, hold on. I
I think
remember
it was mice.
there was one exterminator company that had like a mouse ears on top of the car, but then there was another. Is it the same company that had a giant bug on top?
No, Truly Nolan's always been mice with whiskers in the
All
front.
right, so Truly Nolan is the mouse ears on top of the car. So what's the company that has the giant bug on top?
You know, the
of
old Orkin van.
No, there was some company. I'm telling you, I remember seeing they had a giant bug on the roof.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was though.
Me neither.
I always thought the mouse car was clever.
Pretty
Yeah.
clever.
Mm-hmm.
Not
So-
as clever as that plumber who has like the body wrap on the car of him sitting on the toilet as he's driving.
That is funny.
You ever seen that guy?
Yeah.
He's hysterical.
I've missed that one. Really?
Yeah, on his
It
like
looks like he's sitting
on
naked
the driver's
toilet.
side door. It's like him on a commode
Oh.
and he's like driving his car. Like,
Oh, that is pretty clever. Hey, Andrew, were you able to find the projectile vomit man? Do you have it? Oh, I tell you what, folks, you're in for a treat. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so projectile vomit man, one of Froggy's classic crank calls. We'll get to that next. Oh, also, we got to whip out a Britney Spears update because the pile of Britney Spears stuff with this whole latest drama. Now she's, I guess, binge eating again. All right, hold on. We'll get into all this next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. MJ Morning Show on Q105, 701, rolling up on 702. Don't forget, between 9 and 9:20, I'm going to give you the next song title to listen for the MJ Trip a Day here on Q105. We're giving away these trips every single day. So between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you what song to listen for when that song plays. Guaranteed before 6 o'clock today, sometime during the workday. Just be the seventh caller at 800-990-1047, and you'll win the trip. The latest trip this week is going to be the 3-day staycation at the Wyndham Grand Orlando Bonnet Creek. Nice little 3-day getaway, folks, and you could win coming up. All right, as promised, right off the bat here, Froggy's scam call character, Projectile Vomit Man. And if you're just tuning in, we just did a story in Early Morons in the News. Turns out that this girlfriend, I guess, doesn't like her boyfriend and baby daddy and poisoned his drinks with Raid, Roach, and Ant Killer. Raid!
Okay,
And he gets so sick, he's just throwing up. He can't even call 911 for help because he's throwing up so much.
I've been there.
So anyway, finally, the cops arrive, EMS arrives, she's arrested for poisoning, the whole shebang. But this reminded us of Projectile Vomit Man, and this is one of Froggy's famous cranks.
Good morning, child. This is Joyce.
Hi, Joy. My name's Robert, and I'd like to apply for a substitute teacher position.
Okay, if you go to child.org.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question before we go any further.
Sure.
Does disabilities, will that hold me back from getting the position if I have a disability?
Well, we're equal opportunity employers, so
Because I have a condition that I have this thing where I projectile vomit every 30 seconds or so.
Whoa, well, that might present a problem.
I'm sorry
Are you
about
okay?
that. Now, I know what you're going to ask. I can't vomit in class, but what I do is I strap a horse feeder bag around my face, and therefore the vomit goes in the horse feeder.
I think this might present a problem working with 4-year-olds.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry about this.
It's okay.
But I could duct tape a bucket to my chest.
I don't mean to be rude.
No,
but
I mean, you're laughing at me, but it's not. So.
Oh, my goodness. You poor man. This is terrible.
I also keep an assortment of Big Gulp cups in my shirt pocket. So.
She's laughing.
Have you ever held any kind of a job with this condition?
I was a chef for many years.
A chef? Oh, my God.
And what I used to do there was I wore parachute pants every day. And I would vomit in my parachute.
You must have been a joy to be around. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. I am so sorry about this, but there's ways to get around violent projectile vomit.
I don't think so.
So you're turning me down?
Yeah. I'm afraid we'd have the children and the staff. Everybody would be joining you.
I've only thrown up on a child's face one time in one class.
Well, one would be more.
Sometimes if I do it too much, I just pass out. So if that happens, call the
Oh my gosh. Who is this? Okay, bye.
So stupid.
She just hung. What are the texters saying on that, Roxanne?
they love it.
Ooh, I
They
hope
love
they're
it.
okay.
Nobody's eating breakfast. Everybody's
Well,
fine.
Does that get people to turn the channel, which would be bad for which would be bad
They're
for a
just
radio
sound
show?
effects, Just
It's
sound
hysterical.
effects.
But I always thought that was one of the funniest calls.
That's the first one I ever did.
Hold on, that was the
Good.
first crank
Yeah.
call you ever did.
You mean there's other ones?
About 350.
No, other Vomit Man calls?
Oh, I don't know about the other Vomit Man calls, but there's other crank calls.
Yeah.
Any negatives on the text line?
No,
All right,
no.
all
No,
positives?
funny, yes.
All right. MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, folks, do me a favor. I really don't ask much of the audience, but if you could just tell 3 people that you listen to the MJ Morning Show. So you have friends, colleagues, coworkers, whatever, relatives that maybe listen to a different morning show. Persuade them just to give us a shot, to come on over, listen to the resurgence, the revitalization, the return of the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, a great story. A bunch of people at DMV at the tax collector's office yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell the story probably in the next long chunk because we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ in just a few minutes. Right around 7:23, 7:24, we go for an hour and 20 minutes nonstop, just solid content, and that's coming up in just a bit. But had some nice contact with listeners at the DMV, and they saw, I'm just hanging out at the DMV, just wasting 4 hours, just like you.
It was 4
Oh
hours?
I'll tell the whole story. Yeah.
4 hours?
Yeah, I thought we were off to a great start, man. It started beautifully at the tax collector's office on Falkenberg out in Brandon. So it started out brilliantly. It was great, and well, it went downhill from there. But hang on. Well, no, but there were a couple of bright spots. I met a bunch of listeners. I took some pictures. People were taking pictures of me.
Yeah, you had plenty of time to
surreptitiously.
Yeah, right.
Oh, weird.
Well, listen, just come up to me and say hi. I'm fine with that.
No,
all right, so we'll get into all that coming up with Julian's driver exam. He got his driver license yesterday. Give you the full story on that in just a bit. Hey, I mentioned I had a Britney Spears update pile over here, and you look at all of the Britney Spears issues that are popping up. And what time is it? All right, 7:09. So I've got a couple of 3-4 minutes here. So let me just kind of lightning round what's going on. So Sam Ask Gary. How do you say that? Is it Ask Gary? Ask Gary?
Gary.
Let's go
It's
with
1-800-ASK-GARY.
Yeah, 1-800-ASK-GARY. So there's a whole big deal where apparently he's going to get screwed out of money, that he might have signed a prenup where he thought he was getting more, but apparently he's going to get less. Yeah, what's get more for less? Isn't that a
more for less.
Isn't that a
TJ Maxx?
yeah? Is that get the max for the minimum at TJ Maxx?
Well, that's what he got.
He's getting the minimum for the minimum at Brittany Maxx.
He'll be shopping at TJ Maxx after this.
So Sam Asghari, he's going to miss out on a multi-million-dollar payout because of some Britney Spears prenup loophole. There's a report on that Sam Asghari, Britney Spears' estranged husband now, is going to walk away with not a whole lot of money from the Britney Spears fortune. Now, Britney Spears is estimated to be worth about $60 million, which really, if you look at her career, that is not a lot. Money got pilfered, squandered, there's no doubt about it, because Britney Spears ought to be worth a ton more money.
Half a bill?
Yeah, I would say a
couple of $100 million at least.
I would say Britney Spears ought to be worth about $200 to $300 million, and she's not. So Sam Asghari is not going to walk away with much. There was an airtight prenup, but it turns out that he could have actually walked away. Us Weekly is reporting that Asghari and Britney Spears signed a prenup when they got married way back in 2022.
I mean, how much money does he expect for being married for a year?
Putting up with her and her craziness?
Saying that this fitness trainer would receive $1 million per every 2 years of their marriage, and the amount was reportedly capped at $10 million after 15 years. But a source is saying that the claim is 100% wrong and false and unfair. He admitted publicly he's not going to fight it, but he's not getting anywhere near the money. They were married for 14 months.
So what, gets a little bit over $500,000?
Well,
Or does the million only kick in after 2 years?
yeah. Us Weekly is also claiming that this model turned actor waived any claims to Britney Spears' music catalog in the prenup, where obviously there's good value there. If, depending on how many songs she wrote and, what kind of royalties she gets. But he's not going to be getting anywhere near what he thought he might be getting. So no spousal support. He's attempting to negotiate some concessions beyond the prenup because he's been threatening to go public. Remember, we told you that last week that the Sam Asghari, he's threatening to spill all kinds of like dirty inside secrets, all behind the scenes stuff. And sure, he knows a lot. I mean, dated, married, lived with Britney Spears.
Oh, man.
And certainly, there must be a lot of little stories to tell. So he's threatening all that.
Poor Britney.
Yeah.
He's got some good, what is it, tea, kids say?
What?
Tea to spill.
She's got some good juice.
I'm sure he does. Absolutely.
Tea?
Yeah. So I'm watching these videos of her recently. Have you seen the video of her with the guys? The one guy licking her leg?
Yeah. Well, that comes on the heels of her doing the pole dancing videos. So it appears that she's getting all loosey-goosey again. And there are guys licking her leg. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. Then she's like just chomping down and binge eating fried chicken. There's video of that.
She doesn't get any hotter as far as I'm concerned. Fried chicken, let's go.
Yeah, there's video of her at Dave's Hot Chicken in Oxnard, California, where she's, I guess, just shoving her face with fried chicken. So that's the latest Britney Spears stuff here on the MJ Morning Show. At 7:14 here on the MJ broadcast. Listen, I feel bad for Britney Spears. I mean, obviously
Why?
because she's got issues. She clearly has
for her.
issues, and I do feel bad for
I'm
her.
proud of her.
You know what, Fester? I have a little bit of empathy, something you know nothing about.
Yes, you have empathy for 60 millionaires, $60 million
Listen, you
heirs,
can-
whatever the hell she is. Yeah.
You can have a good chunk of money and still have problems and have some mental issues.
And she's like a 12-year-old trapped in a 42-year-old body. Or how old is she? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, I feel bad for her. 7:14 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, I'll give you the latest on my adventures at the DMV tax collector's office yesterday out in Brandon. I'm going to improve the place. My plan to improve the place. I have some observations because I have never spent. I don't think I've ever spent time at a DMV. Oh, maybe once before, but it was kind of quick. But yeah, we had an appointment and everything. So Julian got his driver license yesterday, and my observations at DMV and the tax collector's office next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. 725 rolling up on 726. It is the MJ Morning Show on Q105, MJ and the crew. And right now, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. We do it every morning, sometime between like 7:23, 7:24, 7:25. It's now 7:26. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ, and it's a given. No one does this. An hour and 20 minutes, nonstop content, no music, no commercials. Just amazing MJ Morning Show content. So, Roxanne, I had not noticed because our line of sight in the studio is so terrible. I didn't notice what you were wearing, but I saw you stand up and you walked out, and I hadn't noticed this morning. Mm-hmm. What are you wearing today? Can I ask what that outfit is?
Yeah, it's a thank you. It's a carnival dress. It's a beach cover-up.
Oh, I never said it was bad looking. Froggy,
I've never heard of a carnival dress.
It's like carnival style. You know, it's like got like
Carnival or carnival?
Yeah, carnival.
I mean,
Carnival style is like,
Carnival.
like a clown
Carnival.
suit.
Looks like you went to Michael's Arts and Crafts or something, and you sewed all kinds of beads on there.
Yeah, you know where I'm
You know what? With a small kid, your whole dress is a choking hazard.
It really is. You're right.
Is it bedazzled?
Right. It is very bedazzled.
Well, stand up and
bedazzled.
you got to show.
Yes.
You got to show people. Hey,
And I've got a bathing suit top underneath.
But
This is how I ease back
but
into.
but there's also a very deep V-neck going on.
with a bathing suit top underneath. So it's not like you're.
Hold on, you've got a bikini top under that?
Yes, I do.
Hold
This
on.
is how I
Are you
ease back.
Are you leaving to go to the beach?
Yeah, Daviana's. I told you that Daviana's coming in today.
When did you tell me this?
In email, I said Daviana hopefully will be here by the
Hang
end
on
of
a
the
sec.
show.
Hang on.
No, it's okay. And then you're going to the
Hang on.
beach.
Here's your email from last night. Oh, Daviana might come by at 9:30.
Yeah.
What? She's 4.
Was she
Yeah.
drive
So
up with her big wheels?
What is she taking an Uber?
No.
No, my mom.
Take me to my mommy at Q105.
She's going to be taking her Barbie dream car over the bridge.
Yeah,
You know, that'd be funny.
that would be a
Oh,
video
it
right
would-
there. That would get some hits.
You know what? Maybe not. That would not end well.
There was
Yeah.
a girl that got a DUI, and there was a news story about her because she drove a Barbie car to school every day.
Yeah.
because she couldn't drive, and there was like a whole story. They showed her like driving to campus.
Wait a sec. How old was the girl?
She was like a college student.
Oh, you didn't say that. You
But
said,
she had
you said a girl went to school. I'm thinking about 5th grade.
No, she was a college
You know.
student, but she drove around in a Barbie car all over the campus.
And she got busted for DUI driving the Barbie car?
No, she got busted for DUI and couldn't drive.
Oh, but guess what? You can get a DUI on a bike. You can get a
Yeah.
DUI on a horse. You can get a DUI on a riding mower.
You get a DUI in that carnival dress.
Yeah, but you know what? We have no dress code in radio. None. We can wear whatever we want. I could wear a clown suit.
Of course you can.
I could wear a cat suit.
That's a given.
So-
You don't need to explain that.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You know, wear whatever you want. Wear
but-
pajamas.
You're going to wear a cat
So
suit.
wait a minute.
Hey, now.
Your daughter's coming
Yeah.
at 9:30. Now, how old is this one? She's
Daviana's 3.
3. All right, she's not even 4 yet.
Right, so
who's bringing her by?
So her dad is going to bring her by.
Oh, Dig Dug.
And if he gets here
Wow.
on time,
We ought to have
dad.
Dig Dug on the air because it's been a while since we had a complete episode of
Roxanne and Doug.
not to be confused with
And Doug.
yes, Fester.
Yes.
I always think it's awkward when people who are in, at the time, committed relationships
uh-huh.
refer to their spouse or their significant other as their kid's dad.
But
Oh,
I just said her daddy's bringing her.
Right.
Yeah, he's your husband now.
Well,
But-
but it's we know him as Doug.
Yeah.
Her daddy's like there's a like
You know
baby
what,
daddy
though?
just dropping off for the weekend or something or getting his
No.
half time in.
No, you know what it is? Don't you guys have didn't you go through the stage when your kids were so little that everything there's mommy, go give this to mommy. Okay, there's daddy, come here. Like
Listen,
that's we call each
I
other
don't know.
by those names because that's what the kids call us
My old lady's been calling me daddy for a long time.
for different reasons.
Who's your daddy? All right, so Roxanne and some kind of beach. Are you going to the beach today?
I think so. We're gonna have a mommy-daughter day because
Well, what's the plan? You're wearing a bathing suit top
Yeah.
and some
Well,
kind of
okay.
a beach.
You going to
Here's-
Gandy Beach?
here's the background.
The redneck Riviera.
Yeah, go to the Redneck River here. Hey, listen.
It's
you
a
know,
lot nicer since they put those poles up.
But hold on a sec. I mean, we've got this deal going on with
the flesh.
yeah, the flesh-eating bacteria, and I'm getting like messages from all over like the country. I've got friends that are seeing it in the national news.
please.
The Tampa Bay area has flesh-eating bacteria. Are you okay? And what are they claiming? Like there have been like 5 deaths.
Five deaths, and it's been Tampa Bay waters. Is that correct?
Look at this. So this is from CBS News. I'm telling you, this is getting national attention. 5 people in Florida have died from Vibrio vulnificus, a bacteria found in raw shellfish or seawater that also killed one Long Island resident. According to Florida Department of Health, there have been 26 cases in the state. 2 of the 5 deaths were in Hillsborough County, home of Tampa. Thank you, CBS News, for pointing that out. With the remaining 3 deaths confirmed in Pasco, Polk, and Sarasota counties. So, yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I've got people texting me, hey, what's going on there, man?
Right?
Flesh-eating bacteria, this, and well, holy moly. You know, it's extremely rare. And what they're suggesting in, I guess it's what, is it like brackish water for the most part that this has occurred? And the bacteria generally enters through like cuts or sores. So now they're saying be very careful if you swim if you've got like an open sore. So if you're some kind of crazy meth head and you got all kinds of sores you've scratched all over, yeah, maybe not go swimming at the Ben T. Davis Beach right now or something.
So
I don't know.
the first tip into how to stay safe.
What do you think the number 1 beach in town is with meth heads?
Oh,
good question.
Is it the Gandhi? Is it Gandhi Beach or
no.
Web post.
what? Oh, no.
Top 10 beaches for people addicted to meth.
Yeah.
You got to put Ben T. Davis on there
That's
somewhere.
Yeah, Ben T. Davis
Ben
or
T.
Gandhi
Davis,
Beach.
Gandhi.
Is that the number 1 beaches for meth heads in the
The
Tampa?
Clearwater side of the Courtney Campbell.
Right.
Plenty. They love that's the Pinellas County methers.
Anyway, so yeah, national attention on the flesh-eating bacteria here in the Tampa Bay area.
This is not good news for meth heads. The number 1 way to protect yourself from this virus, cover your wounds. And there's plenty of them on meth heads.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
All right, let me tell you right now that I think flesh-eating bacteria might have been more pleasant than hanging out for 4 hours at the DMV tax collector's office yesterday. All right.
So, yeah.
Probably.
So somebody gives you an option.
Do you want flesh-eating bacteria, or do you have to sit at the tax collector's office on Falkenberg for 4 hours? All right, so let me tell the story. Julian is 19, but was away at boarding school for 4 years. And, well, it just kind of precluded him getting his driver license here in Florida. He has his learner's permit, but I thought, listen, he's 19. He's starting college up in Manhattan. He's not going to be driving up there. He doesn't need a car, will not be driving. But still, 19, I just thought he probably should have his full driver license here in Florida. By the way, it is driver. I know it sounds odd because you want to say driver's license, but in Florida, look at your license. It actually says driver license, not apostrophe S, driver's license. So Julian we made the appointment. We had the appointment at 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon at the tax collector's office in Brandon. So on 3030 Falkenberg Road.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you right now, all of the employees that we encountered, all the folks at the DMV or the tax collector's office, all of them, you know, it is the tax collector's office, but there are also separate DMV offices as well, right? Because I think I've been to a DMV office that wasn't a tax collector. I don't know. I tend to try to do everything online. And I've been able to avoid like the DMV or tax collector's office for like a couple of decades.
I go every year. I love it.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I sit there all day.
All right, so here's the deal. Everyone we encountered, all the people were very nice. I mean, the driving inspector, the window 37 guy, Javier over there, he was really nice. But I'd like to just kind of juice up the efficiency a little bit. Who's the tax collector? Nancy Milan?
Milan, I think.
Milan,
I
whatever.
think it's like the city, like Milan.
Milan.
Ooh,
but
I don't know. I could be wrong.
but she's got 2 L's in her name.
Or the dog trainer, Caesar Milan.
So, and say it again?
The dog trainer, Caesar Milan.
Who the hell's that?
You don't know about the dog whisperer guy?
Yeah,
No.
I hear Milan. That's who I
You
think of.
know,
Yeah,
Caesar Milan he has like a show on like what, like BET or something.
Yeah.
What
Only
is it?
Caesar I know is the salad, all right?
Well, he's branched out to dog training.
All right, thank you very much. So we have a 1 o'clock appointment at the tax collector's office on Falkenberg in Brandon yesterday. So we get there about 12:50. We're 10 minutes early. So Julian signs in online. He's got, the app or whatever it is on his phone or link from the email. So he signs in, and then he's in the queue. And our appointment was 1 o'clock. At 1:06, his number gets called. Now serving A1158 at window 37.
Wow, that was really good. You should get the job at the tax collector.
Oh, this is incredible.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. So we're appointment's 1 o'clock. 1:06, we get the big PA announcement comes over. Now serving A1158 at window 37. I'm like, oh man, we are home free. So we go there and we lay out all the information. They want the proof of insurance for the vehicle he's going to be doing his test in, the registration, his learner's permit. Is it a learner permit or is a learner's permit in Florida?
Oh.
All right, sorry.
It's not.
You know what? You know what, MJ? All of a sudden it hit me.
Yeah.
You have a thing with S's. Like, you're very particular. Like, you don't like Davis Island. You need to make sure that they put the S on it.
Because that's the correct
way to say it.
I know.
Excuse me for saying the right name of stuff.
No, but I mean,
because it's not Davis Island. Oh, I live on Davis Island. No, it's Davis Islands.
Right. And then you get on me about saying anyways. You don't want me to use that S?
Because that sounds like trailer trash.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean,
when you say...
Do I talk like trailer trash?
No, you don't. But
let's clarify.
But when you say anyways... That sounds kind of trashy. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
it's taking you
you're
back to your
about
roots.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Because you grew up in a single wide or a double wide?
I did.
Triple wide.
Look how far I've come.
Triple wide. Very rare.
So,
they have them on the back.
Anyways.
No, don't say anyway. Don't say anyways.
You and you're the S police. You're going to give people a ticket for excluding the S and for including the S.
Thank you very much.
You're the S police.
I take that as a compliment.
So you're at the tax collector's
and
office.
It's apostrophe S, tax collector's office. So 1:06. My God, we've only waited 6 minutes. Dude, this is great. This is going to be the greatest DMV experience ever. So we get through a couple of minutes at the window, and then, well, this is where it starts to go downhill. So the guy in window 37, he says, all right, he was very quick and efficient when we sat there. And, Julian, did his eye thing. Then he, got his picture taken against the background. And then it's like, all right, sit over there and wait for the driving instructor. And I said, how long is that going to take? And he's like, well, one of the driving inspectors just went to lunch. There's one person doing the driving, the road exams, and there are like 12 or 13 people waiting, and each one takes 20 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing the math here. All right. So then about an hour later, I think the other instructor comes back. So now there are two.
But then the other one goes to lunch then, right?
No, I don't think
Is
the other
lunch
one
done by then?
Yeah, but then it seemed they added a third driving road test inspector to the mix. Anyway, not anyways.
I'm researching it right now, and I'm getting different opinions.
Trust me.
It is a word. And it says anyways is a word, only it is a non-standardized word.
Can I please? It doesn't sound good. It sounds trashy. Yes. I'm just telling you. All right.
Anyways, I don't think it sounds trashy. How does that sound trashy?
Thank you, Brittany. All right.
Yeah, you sound
You're
like
only reinforcing, you're only making his point better, Roxanne. It's amazing.
Exactly. Thanks for helping me out. You're bolstering my deal over here. So we're waiting and waiting. So we get there at 1:06. We're done at the first window by 1:20, just very quickly. And then you wait. And you wait. And you wait. And, while you're waiting for the driving test, and it took, I think we were waiting for nearly 2 hours for the actual driving test.
Just to get to the test.
Just to get to the test. And while you're in there, it's like it's like repetitive work injury, because you're sitting there and just nonstop every 5 seconds, it's like, now serving W4625 at window 9. Now serving, I'm telling you right now, that is torture. one of those CIA black sites.
Yeah.
Yeah, just play the tax collector's loud PA announcement calling everyone to the various windows. They've got like 38 windows. It's like they got 1 through 9, then like 10 through so-and-so, and then they got 38 or so windows over there, and the place was packed.
Yeah, they used to use that at Guantanamo Bay.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm
really,
telling you.
right there.
You start playing all that, now serving W5214 at window 12. You start playing what I heard over and over again. Those terrorists will tell you anything.
What do you want to know?
Forget waterboarding, all right?
Please waterboard me now.
Forget playing like some awful song.
I beg of you, waterboard me, please.
All right, forget playing Rock Me Amadeus on loop for 39 hours straight. Just play the PA announcements at the tax collector's office calling people to the various windows.
You are a barbarian.
I'm telling you, you'll break what they'll talk within an hour. I was ready to spill everything.
The bombs are here and here.
So finally, Julian gets called for the road test.
Okay.
And remember, I thought I could go in the car. For whatever reason, I thought the parent was able to sit in the back seat. And there was some time when I guess this happened. I don't know. Maybe it's for the learner's permit and not the driver license. I don't know.
I don't know.
But remember, I was joking around that I thought I could sit in the back seat, but you can't say anything. If you say anything or comment or try to instruct your kid, you get disqualified. But then I found out as I was getting ready to get in the car, oh, no, you can't come. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, how did I have that erroneous information? So he gets in the car, takes the exam. Julian scores 100. So this is now after 3 o'clock. All right. So it's at 3:30. It's already, late. We've already been there. Our total deal was about 4 hours yesterday.
Did you pack a snack?
Dude. I should have packed a sleeping bag. So
Could have packed the whole meal.
hang on. Let me see if I call Julian here quickly. Hold on. I know it's kind of early. There's this, and I'm making jokes, and there's a guy sitting in front of us waiting for about the same amount of time, and I'm making these jokes, and this guy's like laughing at stuff because I'm trying to pass the time. I'm making jokes about sitting here waiting. And then,
what were these jokes?
I'm trying
Can you give us an example.
I'm trying to.
You remember like MJ comedy
Yeah, let's
night?
hear 'em.
Yeah, I'll give
Like
you.
sitting at the DMV is like
Julian,
observational comedy.
come on, Julian, pick up the phone, man. I'll give you one of my jokes.
So the guy who was laughing at your jokes
Yo, 601.
didn't know you had a radio show that he could laugh at your
No,
jokes every day on?
I don't think he knew.
Thanks for coming to the DMV, everybody. Sir, where are you from? Are you guys married?
I'm doing stand-up comedy, and
Working the crowd.
no, I'm just like making comments. I'm trying to entertain myself. I'm trying to entertain Julian. So we're sitting while we're waiting for his road test. We're waiting for like an hour and a half for his road test to happen. I think it was like close to 2 hours. And I'm just starting to joke around. And I'm like, for instance, they called like W4624, now serving W4224 at window 4. And they called that like 5 times. And it's up on the computer monitors. And I said something like, yeah, that person died of old age. They're on the other side. And the guys like laughing. All right. And then the announcements keep coming out. Here's another one. And then I just imitate the announcement. I'm like, now serving W666 at Window Hill. And then the guy's cracking up. And then it got to the point where Julian's like, Dad, do another one. See if you can make him laugh again. Because he's sitting in the row in front of us, and I'm making these comments. He's just laughing.
I thought you were insane.
Well, he's just laughing the whole time. And I felt like poking him. I felt like saying, hey, MJ Morning Show on Q105, man. 104.7 FM. Give us a listen.
That's not a bad idea for the tax collector. Just to have a guy doing some stand-up conversational comedy with the
You know
crowd.
what? Let me tell you what I think I'm going to do.
So where you from, sir? How you doing? Wow, you two together, huh?
Just
wow.
get that little battery-powered PA system.
Yeah, walk around. Hey, welcome to the tax collector's office, everybody.
I mean, how great would that be? Because,
Right?
I mean, every time I go to a comedy club, I'm like, why don't I do this more often? It's so much fun. Then everybody would be like, I need to go to the tax collector. I need to get that stuff done.
Well, we finally get called. That's not a bad idea, though. I think, I'll
Yeah.
just show up and do, well, here's the other idea I had.
Tax collector comedy?
No, I want to print up cards, not a little bigger than a business card, smaller than a postcard, but I kind of want to print up like MJ Morning Show. Hey, give us a listen. Q105, MJ Morning Show's back. 104.7 FM. Get some nice, glossy, well-printed little cards printed and just hand them out. So if I'm like pumping gas at Walmart at Dale Mabry and 275, and I got, all the pumps are, while I'm pumping gas, I'll just hand out cards. Hey, I'm MJ from the MJ Morning Show. Hey, give us a listen. Listen, there are a lot of people don't know we're back. I'm not beyond, promoting the show. I don't care. Like DMV yesterday. You think, would they have thrown me out if I would have cruised? There were 500 people in there easily. If I would have cruised the room and introduced myself to all these folks, hey, I'm MJ from the MJ Morning Show, Q105, and I handed them a little card.
All right.
Would I have been ejected? I don't know. Anyway, back over to wrapping up the deal and how I would make things more efficient. And then we got to get to our little 745 teased item, which is about dating. Yeah, guy goes on a date and then asks for his money back. We'll explain in just a second. Very interesting story as I wrap this up. So Julian finally gets called. We waited about 2 hours for the road test. Julian finally gets called, goes for the road. That lasted 6 minutes or something. And Julian passed with flying colors. Julian got a perfect, the guy said, you did everything perfectly. Congratulations. So then we got to go back in and wait again. So
what?
Once you pass,
they got to print the license.
oh no, that didn't even happen yet.
Oh no!
So once you pass, you got to wait again, and we waited again for over an hour while we had to get called back up to one of the windows for them to do just the final stuff like, are you a registered voter? Do you want to do motor voter? Blah, blah, blah. And you got to sign this whole thing that you're not a mental patient. You're not selling, meth on the court. I mean, you got to do all. So, Julian then, does all the final stuff. And that took, 10 minutes or so, 12 minutes or so. And then once you're done there, so we waited again like an hour to go back up to do that. So then we're done with that. And then we got to go to a final thing. You got to go to the center area where they print the license. I will tell you right now that once we got to the center queue, it was so late in the day, there wasn't a lot. The center area at the tax collector's office in Brandon on Falkenberg, when we got there at 1, there were people almost lined up to the door in a whole little maze queue trying to get to that main area up front before you get to the windows 1 through 38. But it was so late that there weren't many people waiting in that line, and we got through that very quickly. And all they had to do was print it up, and it just, it was it was spat out of the machine, and boom, that was very fast. But all in all, we were there for about 4 hours yesterday, and that's just too long. So a couple of things I'd recommend is, first of all,
let's get the notepad out for the tax
listen,
collector
when
now.
you make your 1 o'clock appointment, I mean, come on. I mean, you know how many appointments you have, and just to have enough inspectors to, get this done quickly.
Sorry,
but
Cliff had to go to lunch. Sorry.
Once you pass the road test, there ought to be like a fast track or a fast pass, like at Universal or Disney or something. All right, or the Busch Gardens. They have fast pass or fast track at Busch Gardens.
I think so. They have something
that?
comparable.
Right. So
Yeah.
they need to, once you pass the driving exam, the road test, they got to be able to get you out of there faster. Come on, there's got to be a better way to do that than to make us wait for another hour plus to get back to the window and then wait to get the license plate. Come on. Fast track that. There's got to be some kind of way that you can economize our time on that. So all in all, about 4 hours. Numerous people, I guess maybe a dozen people said, "Hey MJ, how you doing?"
A dozen?
Yeah, I had about a dozen people say, "Hey, MJ." I met Ismail. Ismail is a nurse at the VA. I took a picture with Ismail. That's up on my Instagram right now. And we're standing in front of like the wall of specialty plates.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know how many different I counted them.
Florida has like 200?
Not that many, but
Okay.
you're close. There are like 137 different license plates. I counted them.
How do the
police know? How do you know what freaking state it is?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a specialty plate for one-eyed, one-legged Protestant vegans. You know,
So my neighbor has that one, and it looks like crap.
Listen, I counted like 130. That's why I'm sitting there for hours. I'm just counting the license plates on the wall. 137 different specialty plates at the tax collector's office. I mean, that's too many plates as well. So I took a picture. If you want to see it, Ismail, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you listening every morning to the MJ Morning Show. And I took a picture, and I noticed there were like 2 people or 3 people that were trying to sneak a photo of me because I could see them kind of like holding the camera and, you know, the camera phone trying to get a picture. So I think they were trying to take a picture. Hey, honey, I saw MJ at the tax collector's office today. And then numerous other people said hello to me. And, you know, and then there were people contacting me later. I get home, I'm checking my Instagram, and people are like, hey, you were sitting right in front of my husband and son. He also passed his driver exam. I'm like, I said the message, say hello.
Yeah.
You know, again, whenever I'm out and about, and I am, because I'm just a regular Hillsborough County resident schmuck with a microphone.
Hence the long time you spent at the tax collector's office
exactly.
proves
Listen,
that.
I'm just a regular resident. Whenever you see me out, please say hello. Don't say, oh, I don't want to bug you. No, say hello. This radio show would not exist without you, the listeners. So please, if you see me out and about, don't be reluctant. Don't be hesitant. Don't be shy. Please say hello.
It's got to be hard to be that famous.
Will you stop it? I'm happy to say hi and take some time because you listen to the show and I highly appreciate that.
Don't say hi to Froggy. Do not say hi.
Yeah,
I'll foot stomp you.
Yeah, really. He's mean.
I'll go like this.
Yeah.
Not approachable.
Wait. So if somebody says, hi, are you
Yeah,
Froggy
like
from the MJ Morning Show?
Said, hey, are you Froggy? I went like this.
you hiss like a do you arch your back and hiss?
Yeah.
Like you know what? You need to spit venom like on Wayne Knight, Newman from Seinfeld in the Jurassic Park movie. You need to spit
Like
some
the
kind
old
of
wrestlers, they spit the green mist.
So there you go. Anyway, it was great meeting several folks at the tax collector's office. And can we all congratulate Julian?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
All right.
For being one of Florida's newest licensed
Yes,
drivers.
Congratulations on getting your license
Yeah.
before 20 What?
What are you making fun of my kid now?
You
making fun of my kid? He was away at boarding school for 4 years. It wasn't, conducive.
Hey, Julian, about damn time. All right, there you go.
All right, you got the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 754. Folks, heads up, between 9 and 9:20, I'm going to give you the next MJ Trip-A-Day song to listen for. So between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you the song title. Then you listen to Q105 all day. It's guaranteed to play before 6 o'clock. And if you're the 7th caller, then you'll win a 3-day staycation. This week, we're giving away staycations, 3 days, Wyndham Grand Orlando Bonnet Creek, a nice getaway. And you could be the latest vacation winner every day this week here on the MJ Morning Show and on Q105. Now, at 7:54, here is my little teased item. I haven't heard of this before, but apparently it's happening. And it's about, listen to this. It's about a guy that paid for the first date, and then he asked for a second date. However, the woman did not want to go out on a second date, so he then asked for his money back for the first date, for her half. Thoughts, anybody?
It doesn't work like that.
Says who?
You went out on a date and it didn't go in the direction you wanted after that, so you can't go back in time and get your money back. You chose to pick up the tab that night.
Ow, I just banged my knee.
Are you okay? You gonna make
God,
it?
I hate that bike.
Yeah, this studio is really. We get hurt. We get injured in this studio. Go ahead.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about a guy went on a date.
Oh yeah, didn't we have audio like a few months ago of a guy that was on a date and then it went bad and then he got all pissed off and it was like, I paid for your damn food. Wasn't there audio of that? Or am I imagining things?
Hold on, say this again.
You might be imagining, or maybe there's audio.
A few months ago, I thought we had audio of a guy that was on a date and he got all pissed off because the girl didn't want to date him or something, and he got pissed off because of the amount of food he bought her. It's like, so much food I bought you. You don't remember that?
No.
We do some. I remember a lot of it. Listen, it sounds familiar.
It sounds like.
But
Andrew's giving me a thumbs up.
Andrew, hold on. Andrew, you remember the story? Please fill us in, because Andrew, he compiles all our best of materials. So, Andrew, listen, I remember like 99% of what we do, but there's like 1%. We do so much stuff, like maybe 1% I forget about. Andrew, so what was the story that Froggy's talking about?
Well, it's a question of what happens after the first date. He paid for everything. I could play the audio.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hold on, you have it?
Ooh, audio.
If you have it.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
look
like
at
to hear
this.
it.
Whipped it right up from...
That is the worst
What
piece of
the
audio
hell
I've
was
ever heard
that?
in my
Sorry,
life.
I clicked the wrong one.
What the hell was that?
Took the wrong one.
That was like ambient noise at a bus station. What was that?
Sorry, that was the wrong one.
Okay.
Well, I really appreciate it. Should I cover my half or?
No, I got you.
You sure? Oh, thank you so much. It was delicious. But I'm going to probably head up because it's late and I have to get up early in the morning. So.
Well, can I walk you to your room?
I don't know if they allow if you're not staying in the room. It'd just be easier if you.
All right, so what was the story?
And then right there, he gets pissed off. And he says,
Yeah,
get it.
no,
It's
seriously,
all right.
is it? No, I mean, I don't.
Man pays for dinner. And,
I don't on the first date, and I feel like you've been kind of
said
like
that? Who said
you've been
that?
acting like it this entire
Yeah, okay.
time. Like,
All right. You just wanted a free meal.
no.
Oh,
First
yeah,
off, I have no problem paying for my own bill
Oh,
to
okay.
avoid something like this.
Well, then go for it. Do it.
So, all right.
he wanted to have sex with her.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, this is a couple months back. I remember the story that he paid, and then she didn't want to go
Back to the room.
back to the room
Right.
with her, and then he's.
I'm kidding. Just want a free meal.
And then, no, I'm perfectly happy paying for my food. And then he says, okay, then pay for it. So then goes
Sort
from,
of,
yeah.
Sort of the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
I remember that. So this guy pays for the first date, wanted a second date, but this is a classic example of, one individual in the party liked the other and wanted to maybe check out some more action, maybe go a little further. And one of the individuals said, nope, I think we'll end with date number one. So the guy that goes to her and says, yeah, no second date. Well, how about you reimburse me for your part of date number one then?
Okay, so let's think about this logic. The guy, in this case, wanted to go further with her, so he liked her more than she liked him because she didn't want to go as far with him. So he should have paid for her date because he was lucky to be out with her because he liked her more than she liked him.
I don't know if he knew that at the time.
That's how you figure it out.
After the first date, I don't know.
But have you ever had a date ask for your money back? Listen, I don't know if we'll get phone calls on this, but I'll give it a whirl. Have you ever had a date ask for money back when you wouldn't go on a second date? Or some similar story? Or, hey, maybe like what we just played where the guy pays, then the guy didn't get what he wanted, and that was the girl going back to the room. And then it ends up with him then asking her to pay for, because he senses the writing on the wall that there's not going to be a second date. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever had somebody ask for money back, insinuated they were going to pay, or did something go bad and you thought the date was going to pay and then suddenly they tried to collect your half? Or any offshoot or interesting relative, similar story. 800-990-1047. If this has ever happened to you. But, primarily, have you ever had a date ask for their money back or for you to cover your amount of a check after the fact. 800-990-1047. That's 800-990-1047, or any similar story or anything that maybe I'm not even thinking of, any observation, or if you've got a great date story when it came to paying the bill or splitting the check or having them pay. Love to hear what you have to say. 800-990-1047.
If you're a guy and you're paying simply because you're hoping that the girl goes home with you and, does whatever, and that's the whole reason that
what is the, I don't know what you mean.
What exactly is whatever?
What is whatever?
Whatever.
Okay.
Goes home with you. Goes home with you.
Like does the laundry for you?
Oh my God, that'd be the best.
Yeah.
I'd almost
Yeah.
prefer
Isn't that your code that you use at your house?
Washes the dishes?
These are MJ codes at your
No,
house.
I never said
Doing
that.
the laundry. I remember that.
Andrew, let me know what calls you have screened over there. So 800-990-1047. Andrew's busy. Go ahead.
But if that's all the reason you're doing it, like I'm going to pay for dinner because I'm hoping she'll sleep with me, then you're kind of a jerk. And I'm glad that you're getting stuck with a bill for dinner and that she doesn't want to.
What if I pay for dinner hoping she does the laundry? Oh, that would be so good.
Well, that's a different story.
I would actually prefer laundry over sex.
And while Andrew...
It's really piling up in the house.
Let's go, honey. Come on.
While Andrew is screening calls, let me bring up one other thing, because there's another item that I had in my pile that I saw a couple of days ago, and it works out perfectly here. When you're on a date, on the first date, there is something that you ought to avoid according to some dating experts. So hold on to that thought. Some dating experts say that you should avoid this for a first date, which is should I just say what it is now, or should I take calls first?
Is it that dramatic?
Well, it's I think really interesting.
Okay, what is it?
So some dating experts say avoid a dinner date. And this whole thing is about a dinner date.
Mm-hmm.
So if you met for coffee,
it's better.
It's a $20 day instead of
let me tell you why.
How about a bagel?
Because you need the escape hatch. When you go out to dinner and you're at a restaurant, it's very difficult to escape. So you don't do the dinner date. You do, again, meet for a coffee, meet for a drink, as like kind of an icebreaker and a first date, because it can be very, very tough to get out of dinner. That can be dragged out. It can be prolonged. It's just more complicated, more involved. So according to, dating experts, don't do a dinner date for the first date because that's the hardest to escape from. So if you need to get out, have just a more readily escapable situation.
If you're a guy and you're on a bad date, just say, "Oh my gosh, I just got a phone call. My wife's water broke. I have to go."
Oh my God. That's funny. That'll
work.
Yeah. All right. 800-990-1047. Let's grab Daniel in Tampa. Daniel, you're first up on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. How you doing, guys?
Hey, buddy. Go ahead.
So I had a experience, and I agree with you on this, MJ, about dinner dates. Hard to get out of that. Very hard to get out of that. And I say this because, in my experience, I took a girl out on a date one time, and she took me on a second date, which I offered to pay for the second date. She goes, "No, let me do it." I said, "Okay, fine, that's fine." We go on a second date. Mind you, I am allergic to seafood. Seafood, all that stuff. Okay? I break out really bad, get hives, all that stuff. But she wanted to go to a sushi bar. I take her to a sushi bar. They have chicken. You could get some chicken, rice.
Yeah, you just got to make sure there's no cross-contamination,
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, we go there, and I let her know up front, "Hey, look, I am allergic to seafood." And I let it be known at the table as we sat down.
So do you ever use the line, "Yeah, I'm on a seafood diet. I see food and I don't eat it"?
That's good.
Yeah. All right, I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. I apologize.
And so so we get the food, and she pretty much, when I let her know this up front, she wanted me to give her the money back. She goes, "You know what? Don't worry about it. I thought you ate seafood. I didn't know this. Just pay me my money back." I said, "Well, I didn't tell you to pay me back after I took you out on the first date, so why do I have to pay you back?" And
Wow.
needless to say, yeah. So dinner date, hard to get out of. Hard pass. I recommend coffee. Go to a park.
Daniel, how old are you now?
I'm 27.
All right, 27 years old. And are you actively dating or are you involved right now?
Right now I'm actually involved with somebody who's a very, very nice, very, very nice girl, very respectful girl. So yeah, right now I'm involved. But when I was in the dating scene, yeah, it was pretty tough. And mind you, I've only been involved with this person for maybe a month.
Daniel, thanks for the call, buddy, and thanks for listening. Hopefully you listen every morning.
Dude, you want to go to
Hey, tell 3 people to listen to the MJ Morning Show, would you please?
Of course, I definitely will. You got it.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Daniel.
Fester.
Next time, if Daniel wants to go to a great seafood place that also serves chicken,
Yep.
Long John Silver. So good. So
Those
good.
hush puppies.
You don't know how you forget how good it is until you go again. You're like, this is really good.
Eric's in Pinellas Park. Eric, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well. Go, Eric.
Good. Let me turn my radio off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that'll confuse you.
Yeah, I went on a date a couple months ago with a woman. We went axe throwing, and she was pretty adamant.
You went on a date axe throwing?
Yeah, first date.
I
Wow.
heard
All right.
about that.
Yeah.
Heard about it. It's one of the biggest things ever.
It's not just for lumberjacks anymore, Rox.
I've seen the TV shows where they're doing the axe throwing competitions.
Oh, sure.
Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not into that. I don't drink coffee, so a coffee date's out of the question. But she was pretty adamant about paying me for her share, and me. I always pay for the first date. I don't really care how much it costs or whatever, just as long as we're having fun. And date went well. We were talking after, and then a few days later, she hit me with, "Yeah, I'm not ready to date," and I was like, "Oh, I guess I should have took your money then. I guess I don't know."
Yeah, that was the kind way of saying she wasn't interested.
Maybe, I don't know. She said, she gave me the just got out of a relationship, so I was like, all right, well.
Yeah, listen,
I gotta
she's
take
listen.
the
Hey,
word
look,
for it.
hey, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and you're not going to click with everyone, Eric. But the fact is, she was out on the date. She's looking. Whatever reason, you didn't float the boat for her, so she had to, get out of the deal. And suddenly, oh yeah, I'm not ready to date. And she was just cutting you loose.
It was you, Eric.
I bet you it was Eric's breath.
Maybe. Yeah, I had no idea.
No.
Froggy, why would you say you bet it was Eric's breath?
I'm just saying. I mean, what else could it be? He sounds like a handsome man.
Can you tell over the phone line how somebody's breath smells, Froggy?
Hey, Eric, do me a
sounds like
favor.
he has good
Eric,
smelling
breathe
breath.
into the phone, please, for Froggy to sniff.
Is that good enough?
No,
breathe
you gotta,
into it, like blow into it.
Give me a good blow in the
into
phone. Go
like
ahead.
we're smelling your breath.
Go ahead. What the hell?
This guy doesn't get radio.
No. I think he's doing it. I think his mic is cutting out on his phone.
All right.
Thank you, Eric. Froggy, you can't get a read. Eric, thanks for
Eric.
listening,
Can't get
buddy.
a read, Eric.
Good luck with
problem.
your dates.
All right.
He sounds like a nice, fun guy.
Well, you know what? Eric. Yeah, he hung
He
up.
sounds like fun.
I was going to ask him, has he rebounded? Does he
Yeah.
has he met somebody yet?
And I want to make another point because before I was making the point
Hey, Bobby, hold on. I'll be right there. Roxanne wants to make a point. Hold on.
that you don't, the guy shouldn't be out with a girl just expecting to pay if he thinks he's going to get some action after. But on the other hand, I don't think a woman should be out with a guy expecting that he'll pay, and she's thinking, I never want to see this guy again, and is going to order the surf and turf. You want to just not take advantage. If you're on a date and you're like, I'm not really feeling it, don't order 5 drinks.
Yes, we did a morning show dinner one time, and Fester brought a date, and she ordered like a 5-pound lobster.
Yeah.
Who was that girl?
Large Marge,
That
right?
was Trixie.
Trixie.
Was that the hooker booker?
No, it was before the hooker book.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
She was a-
Fester once before he met Allison. Fester once dated a girl that took calls for an escort service here in town, and we called her the hooker booker.
The hooker booker. Let me tell you.
Those are the good old days.
She had a couple of tricks in her bag.
So, hey, Bobby's in Clearwater. Bobby, I gotta say one thing here. Where are all the women on this? It's all guys phoning in. Where are the women? Women, where are you? Any dates where the guy tried to get you to pay for your half after the fact or during the fact or whatever? Were you under the impression, or the guy said that, hey, I'm going to pay for dinner, and then suddenly does a 180 on you, does an about face? Where all guys are calling in. 800. Come on, women. Let me hear from you. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Bobby's in Clearwater. Hi, Bobby.
How you doing there, everybody? Yeah, I'm a little surprised, too, that it's been guys. I thought I was going to be popping up in the middle of various women calling in.
No, I've got all guys phoning in. I'm looking at the board here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you something, guys. You pull something like that, you're a scumbag.
Right.
You know, before I got married, I would go out, and when I asked a woman out, I wasn't looking for anything. I was looking for company, for maybe to have a good time. And I mean good time as far as enjoyable conversation, you know, maybe a few laughs. If it worked out, which it happened to, but that's why I'm married, you know, we happened to ring together and everything. That's great. If we did, and it was a one-time deal, okay, well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate the night out, and that's what was the whole intention. If you're going out because you're looking for something, pal, stay home. Do yourself a favor. Go out with your friends to your local bar or something and yuck it up there. Don't insult your fellow man. All right? Have a little class and everything. And when you go out, don't expect anything. Sometimes when you don't expect anything, you'd be surprised what you get. And in the end here, I'm married, so.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen, I
Look at the big brain on Brad.
I think Bobby's got some good advice. I think Bobby sounds like a straightforward dude. All right, Bobby, good phone call, man. Thanks for listening.
Wow, thanks for talking down to us, Bobby.
What do you mean? Bobby's
Wow,
not.
Bobby's really up on a pedestal.
So Bobby was
he's
literally
pumping the crowd
mad.
up.
No. Hey, Bobby, you're offering. Froggy, what is wrong with you? You're attacking listeners' breath. Now you're attacking Bobby.
No, Bobby was literally mansplaining men.
Hold on. So what?
Bobby was a little aggressive and a little.
Hey, Bobby's still on the phone.
Bobby knows
Bobby.
men.
I mean, you're a little aggressive.
Bobby is fine.
He's like Bobby. You're like a motivational speaker type when it comes to this stuff.
Bobby, your phone call's great. Thank you, Bobby.
Any motivational speaker.
All right,
Any motivational speaker that ends with "Look at me, I'm married."
Yeah, exactly.
Froggy, why are you attacking our listeners? All right, now we have two women now.
Oh, yes.
All right, hey, tell all the guys on hold. I want to wrap this up. I want to end with two women here.
No more men.
So tell the guys on hold, thanks for phoning in, but I want to wrap this up with two women. Froggy, can you not attack Sherry and Jeannie, please?
I promise.
Bobby
All
wanted
right.
to wrap it up with two women too, but he couldn't.
Please. Sherry in Plant City. Hi, Sherry. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning, my friends. How are you today?
We are well, Sherry. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Thank you. I have the female perspective. I have called in before. I went on the legendary hot dog mobile date where the guy ate 10 hot dogs in front of me.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. A guy ate 10 hot dogs in front of you on a date, and you ate from a hot dog mobile.
Yes. And then he forgot his wallet, conveniently. And then he continued to go. We went into Armature Works, and he ordered a full dinner there.
What a piggy boy.
Wait, so 10 hot dogs and 8 hot dogs or 10 hot dogs?
It was 10 hot dogs in the parking lot from the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
God, would you go with Joey Chestnut?
and then dinner inside Armature Works.
And he forgot his wallet, so I had to pay him.
Oh, my
God, what?
For him. And I ended up calling my escape route. I think every girl should have an escape route, a friend that you can text and say, this is a no, and then they call with an emergency. That's what I ended up doing.
Oh, wow. Sherry, how old are you?
I am 49.
And where do you stand now?
Now I'm in a relationship. Actually, I got back together with my ex, but I was on a dating spree, and I'm telling you, the dating world out there is absolutely horrible, especially for established women who know what they're doing in their life. There are so many men out there that are just crappy jerks, and I was very fortunate to be with a quality one. But they'll go out there, they'll pretend they thought they lost their wallet, didn't bring it, they'll fatfish you. That was the other issue.
Fatfish?
I'm happy, Sherry, that you finally figured it out. Hopefully this will stick. You're back with the next. Sherry, thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in again. All right, let me grab two more calls. I'll grab Jeannie and Elaine. Jeannie is in Spring Hill. Jeannie, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Hi.
Just long story short, many years ago when I got divorced, I hadn't dated for about 10 or 11 years. And this nice guy, I thought, asked me out to dinner. And we went, and we were having a nice time. And I said to him, I haven't been on a date in a long time, and I'm, an old-fashioned Italian girl where the guy pays.
All right, so what happened?
He said to me, I said, so what do we do? And I said, we go Dutch, and he said, oh, I didn't bring my wallet.
Oh.
So,
No, we're not going Dutch. We're going you pay because I don't have my wallet.
so I paid. That was no big deal.
What is that called? You go Dutch, you pay for each other. Each pay for your own. So what is it called when the guy? What country or what is that? All right, go ahead.
Then he had called me the next day and said, hey, would you like to get lunch? I really had a nice time or whatever. And I said, sure. So we met.
Yeah, bring your freaking wallet this time. How about that?
Same thing.
Oh, my God. The second time he forgot he didn't bring his wallet?
Yeah, and I was just like, you asked me out twice. And then he says, well, I'm a single dad. I have a little girl. And I said, well, you just should have been upfront about it.
He's trying to bum free dinners off of dates.
Yeah.
Jeannie, thanks for the call.
You're welcome. And let me just say quickly, now I have two sons that are 29 and 30. They have the opposite problem where they go out and they'll say, order anything you like on the menu. They're old-fashioned kids. I taught them to be gentlemen.
Right.
Long story short, they said that these girls are like, well, why do you think that I need your permission or that? And they're just like, what's going on? I'm trying to be...
What, you don't think I can pay for my own dinner? So, hey, thanks, Jeannie. Great. Well, let me grab one more call, then we move on. And you're not going to believe this. Another recall. Hang on. Yeah, another recall. Hang on. I'll explain in a minute. Elaine's in Brandon. Final call on this. Hi, Elaine.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, Elaine. Go ahead.
So I used to run at like a local trail, and I ran into a guy there, and he gave me his card and was wanting to take me out, and I didn't call him, but I ran into him another day when I was running again, and he said, you never called. And I said, oh, okay. And he said, I'd really like to take you out. I said, okay, fine. I gave him my number. We decided to meet up at a local restaurant for lunch one day, and when we got to the restaurant, he said, oh, I've never been here. I don't know what to order. So I ordered like a salad and a pizza, and I said, oh, these are my favorite things or whatever. You can try them. And when the bill came, he then said, did you want to split this? And I said, no. And I'm weird about checks. I don't like either you're paying or I'm paying. I don't care who's paying, but we're not going to be splitting things certain ways. Next time I'll pay or you pay. That's how I usually operate. So he said, did you want to split this? And I was like, no. And he said, well, I didn't order any of this. This is all what you ordered. And I said, okay,
this is a guy that sought you out on the jogging trail and wants to take you out, and then he behaves like this? What the hell's wrong? Multiple times, right?
Yes, multiple times. And so I picked up the bill.
What kind of did he hand you a business card or a card that had his first name and then like sociopath underneath? What did it say on his card?
It had his name and his number and his company that he worked for. But I didn't call him. He sought me out after, 2 or 3 tries. And I picked up the bill. And then he got into my car for me to bring him back to his car. And he tried to kiss me. And I said, no, thank you. You can go ahead and get out. And he said, I thought we had a nice time. And I said, well, we did until I had to pay the bill. And made him get out of the car.
And let me guess, that was it. All done with that dude.
All done with that dude, yeah.
All right. Thanks for the call. Have a great one.
Thanks. You too. Have a great day.
All right. Fun with dating.
So is there a dating site out there that the premise is you go Dutch on the first date?
Sure, there is a dating site for everything.
Hey.
Oh, Froggy, you didn't insult her.
No, I'm not insulting. I'm just giving my opinion.
We just insulted
Yes, Roxanne.
Speaking of dating sites, MJ, I keep sending you this story every single night. I keep sending you this dating idea story. So can we please do that this week? And you say you like it, but it's to help people get dates. And I just heard this little bad conversations.
Do you want to mention it right now?
Yeah, let's get it out of the way now.
Okay, so this is the way to start. I have someone who I'm coaching.
Hold on, you're coaching someone on dating?
I am. And
Wait a minute. I thought one of your sidelines was coaching up and coming athletes on how to deal with the media.
yes, that's true as well.
So now you're a dating coach?
No, this is just for fun. This is just a friend.
What is a
And-
hobby?
Yeah. Yes.
So you don't have
it
like
is.
Roxanne's dating service where like lowly
No.
guys.
My
call.
hobbies are scuba diving and travel and collecting certain things. And your hobbies are
Yeah.
date coaching?
It's called helping a friend. It's called.
What's the matter with that?
So
Yeah.
it's not that she has like a business with this.
No.
She's helping one friend navigate the dating.
But
scene.
I always love to help friends in that.
All right, so what's the
department.
deal?
So the deal is he's telling me all these Tinder horror stories.
Tinder horror stories?
Horror.
Oh, horror. Horror.
We got
A horror.
in that one instance.
I'm
we
sure
have to
there are-
really enunciate.
I'm sure there are plenty of Tinder horror stories.
Horror
Horror stories.
Horror.
And so,
horror.
you know
It's
what
not
I
like
told-
it's not Halloween horror nights. It's Halloween
No.
horror nights.
Tell you what,
Right.
if it was, I'd go.
Go ahead.
Get my ass to Orlando. Have that.
I read this article and it inspired me to give him this whole big IG dating strategy. And so we can share that sometime this week.
Let's do it.
Instagram dating strategy. Okay? That's all I'm going to leave it
You
at.
don't want to. You want to just tease it?
I want to tease it.
All right, so
because then we can take calls on it.
Sometime this week, Roxanne's
Instagram,
IG, Instagram. You have a special strategy you've designed?
Yes.
Okay, that's not a tease. When,
Oh
when
no, it
specific-
does sound like a tease to
yeah,
me.
but sometime this week is pretty vague.
All right, when do you want? Tomorrow?
When exactly?
Either Wednesday or Thursday.
All right, tomorrow is Wednesday.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Let's do it tomorrow.
What
that's,
time?
That's fine. All right, so 8:00 tomorrow, we'll get Roxanne's Instagram dating strategy.
Yep.
All right, moving along. Folks, I've got breaking news. What the hell is going on, Joe?
Dude.
Joe, what's happening, Joe? Joe.
Who's Joe?
Trader Joe.
Oh.
Another recall. Do you have the list of everything that's been recalled? We've had like 4 different recalls in the last like 30 days.
We can't
He's
recall
really
them
turned out
anymore.
to be a traitor, this Joe.
Traitor. T-R-A-I. Instead of T-R-A-D.
Yeah.
It's T-R-A-I-T-O-R. Traitor Joes. And you know what? You know what the penalty is for being treasonous?
The plank?
Death.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Bacteria.
All right. So no, MJ, it's been 5 recalls in 4 weeks. That's what you're thinking of, and this is the latest one.
All right. Do you have all the items that have been previously recalled?
I do.
All right. Let me see that, and
All
then
right.
we'll get to we have a new item that's been recalled now.
So first, it was the cookies.
Yeah, it was the almond windmill cookies and the dark chocolate chunk almond cookies. Those were recalled because what was the story? What was? Do you remember what was in those?
Potentially, I'm looking at it. I just have the items here.
Yeah, but I want to know what the recall item. I mean,
some of them were shards of
like
stuff,
plastic glass. I think toenail clippings, or I don't know.
All right, the other one was the
soup,
and the soup was bugs. There was going to be
that's
bugs
right.
in the soup.
Oh, and it's Trader Joe's unexpected broccoli cheddar soup. And it's unexpected because there were bugs in the soup. So very unexpected. I really don't want bugs in my soup.
It was. I think the first 2 were rocks. I think.
That's
small
right.
rocks in the cookies.
Rocks.
Because
that's right.
Because it was the first 2 were rocks, and then we came out with bugs in the soup.
So can you imagine? We're recalling cookies because there could be pebbles and rocks in your cookies. That's good for your teeth.
Then the last
dentists are going, yeah,
chip those teeth.
Yeah.
All right. So the 4th one was the falafel, and they also contained rocks.
More rocks and falafel.
Yes, that's a good-looking falafel.
I mean, Joe's got to get his rocks off this. I'm sorry. Joe's got to get the rocks out of the food. Is what he's got to do.
But yesterday there was an announcement of a new one.
Well, that's what I'm bringing up now. I have that right here. So now there's another recall.
There are too many recalls to recall.
Trader Joe's now recalling Trader Joe's multi-grain crackers because there could be airplane props inside.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. It's some potential foreign material. Well, listen, it could be an airplane propeller. I don't know. But this is the multi-grain crackers with sunflower and flax seeds. Oh, it's a vegan option too. Wonder if the foreign object is vegan.
Do you know what the foreign object might be?
What was it?
It's metal.
Metal.
It's metal.
Yeah,
It's
I
metal.
I have it right
Okay,
here.
it is.
We have been alerted by our supplier of Trader Joe's multi-grain crackers with sunflower and flax seeds. The SKU number is 76156, by the way.
Let me check my crackers.
And the best, if used by dates, were March 1st, 24 to 3/5/24. So these things are, probably current products. They may contain metal. So maybe I wasn't far off with airplane propellers inside the crackers.
How the hell does metal get into the crackers, Joe?
Listen, how do you rocks? I mean, I like Trader Joe's.
I almost understand the bugs in the soup.
I like Trader Joe's except for the horrific parking issue and the traffic backed up all the way down Swan to the west and all the way out into Dale Mabry. I mean, it's just a mess. I mean, again, I don't know who got paid off to get that place zoned, as a supermarket right there, but somebody got greased. Yeah, Andrew.
Do you know if their other locations also have parking issues?
That's a good question. I don't even know where the next Trader Joe's is. All I know about is Trader Joe's on, Southdale Mabry at Swan. Or it's actually on Swan, off Southdale Mabry.
So I think the two local Joe's is the South Tampa one. There's also one on 4th Street, about 2 miles south of the radio station.
Oh, so there's one down here.
Yeah, in St. Petersburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know about greater Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, I don't know where any other ones are. But, Aldi's going to be expanding because the Aldi's buying all the Winn-Dixies. So, but, I mean, what's next? I mean, are they saying at Trader Joe's, why do we have 5 recalls in like 3 weeks here, 4 weeks?
Yeah, what's going on?
Is there a factory by a little rock quarry?
Seems like something's going on. So
people just chiseling rocks all day.
Everything's made by little dwarfs working in a mine.
It's so weird.
I dropped the rocks in the falafel. Oh, no.
Are you guys ready for the latest warning? All right. I saw this headline. I'm like, really? You got to warn people about this? Parents are being warned to be careful holding their kids up so they don't get hit with ceiling fans.
Really?
Yeah, really.
That's like what the mom is there for, to scream at the dad to not throw the kid in the air next to the fan. Why do we have to tell people this?
I'm not making this up. Ceiling fans are landing too many kids in the hospital.
Yeah.
Doctors are warning parents, when you pick your kids up, make sure you don't pick up your baby into the ceiling fan. I guess there's an influx. There's a surge of parents lifting or people, relatives, friends. Oh, you're such a cute baby. Just right into the ceiling fan.
High speed.
It's a hot summer. All
My
the fans are on
God.
in the house.
Researchers found a shocking amount of children are injured by being lifted up into ceiling fans. You think we can go to the ceiling fan phones right now? Do you think anyone listening lifted a baby into, and listen, these, they might got a cut on the head. I mean, you're dealing with these ceiling fans that are not like, jet turbines with titanium blades. Most of these are.
No, it's like the one in Willy Wonka. It's like huge steel blades.
Stop burping, Charlie. Charlie, burp.
Has anybody listening, and this might be a tough get, but what the hell? I'll give it a shot. Listen, I once asked for somebody shot in the head with a nail gun. I got 5 calls. All right, let's go. Have you ever lifted a kid into a ceiling fan? Because doctors are warning against this. 800, I can't believe we're soliciting this. All right, 800-990-1047. Doctors are warning, be careful. They're seeing an increase in injuries with kids being lifted up, babies, toddlers being lifted up. With a, show of affection. Oh, let me lift you. Oh, you should. And then, get whacked in the head with the ceiling fan. Have you ever done this? 800-990-1047. I don't expect any phone calls on this. 800-990-1047. So if you want to prove me wrong, oh my God.
Holy cow.
Every freaking line.
Yeah, it happens.
I thought this would be like pulling teeth.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding? Every line is ringing. Every single line. The ceiling fan. Baby in the ceiling. Crystal, right off the bat. Crystal, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, in Tampa.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Crystal, have you lifted a kid into the ceiling fan?
I did not, but when we were little, my mom, it was the funniest thing. She told my brother he was getting ready for a surprise as she was putting him to bed and whap right up into the ceiling fan.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
We joke to this day that that's what happened to him, but he wasn't seriously injured.
Yeah. How old was your brother at the time?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna say like 2 years old.
Oh my! And then he got whacked in the head with the ceiling fan, but no serious injury, right?
No.
But you joke that that's what's wrong with him today, right?
Right.
And is he a productive member of society, or is he?
We won't go that far.
Yeah, no, he's not productive.
All right, Crystal, thanks for the call.
All right, y'all have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Melissa's in Clyde, North Carolina. Hi, Melissa. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, Melissa. Go ahead.
Whenever my daughter was little, my stepdaughter was picking up. We had like one of those seats that hooked to the bar, and she was eating, and she picked her up. And when she did, to lift her out of the seat, she hit her head in the ceiling fan that was running.
Oh my
Oh my God! Wait. So, was this the lowest ceiling fan ever? And how old was your daughter that lifted her up? How old was your daughter?
She was probably about 2.
No, the daughter that lifted her up.
Oh, she was 19, 20.
Okay, so she's an adult.
Okay, 19. I was thinking like a 6-year-old lifting up a 2-year-old.
Are you talking about those high chairs?
No.
Are you talking about those high chairs that bolt to the side of a counter or a bar?
Yeah, it was one of those. And
Wow.
you have to lift them up out of it.
Yeah.
And when she lifted her up, she put her right in the ceiling fan.
Well, and then what were the extent of the injuries?
Not really that bad.
Yeah.
My stepdaughter was hysterical. I think it hurt her more.
Oh, not hysterically laughing, hysterically crying.
Yes, there's a difference.
All right.
No, I mean, it kind of stopped when it hit her,
Oh, wow. All right, Melissa, but no
Like
serious
that.
injuries. In most cases, probably not, unless it's like an industrial turbine fan, Melissa, thanks. I can't believe the phone's on this. And, folks, if you're just tuning in, I just did an alert. I did a warning that doctors are warning people they're seeing an increase in injuries of people lifting babies up into ceiling fans. Be careful. Look above. Yeah. Also look for, high voltage wires overhead as well. Would you please?
Whoopsie dick.
Let me grab Ryan in Tampa. Ryan, you're on the MJ Morning Show. I can't believe people are calling. Hi, Ryan. Go ahead.
Hey, man. So it's the funniest thing. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller, and I'm on the receiving end of this because I have a core memory from it. So my uncle was tossing me up like you do with kids. When you're like 6, you toss them up, catch them, toss them up, catch them.
Yep.
Tossed me into a ceiling fan and dropped me on the floor.
Oh, man.
And I remember that to this day, and I just, like, when you mentioned it this morning, I was like, oh, my God. I had to share it. Thanks, MJ.
That's funny stuff, Ryan.
Good one,
Thanks.
Ryan.
Thanks for your long-time listenership, and thanks for finally calling in. 2 more calls here, Andrew. I got to
See,
move on.
you hear him say core memory. Everybody's talking about core memories right now.
Yep. Jenny. Jenny's in Zephyr Hills. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, Jenny. Go ahead.
So my son was 2 years old playing in the bedroom, and he was on the top bunk, and he decided he was going to stand up, and he stood straight up into the ceiling fan that was on high and ended up having to have staples.
Oh, man, he got staples? How many staples?
Yeah. 7.
Oh, geez. And is he scarred to this day, or everything's healed up nicely?
No, I think it knocked him out, and I don't think he remembers anything.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it happens daily.
Well, hold on. It happens daily?
Yeah, kids do it all the time.
Not your. I was going to say, hopefully not your kid daily.
No. Yeah, somewhere in the world it does happen every
He's
day,
up to 700 staples in his head at this point.
That'd be great, right?
Jenny, thanks for listening.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. All right, last call on this. Ronnie's in Hudson. Hello, Ronnie. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Final call. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. How is everybody?
We are fantastic.
Great. My dad, like 30 years ago, picked my daughter up and right into the ceiling fan. And I'm like, I was in the other room and I heard it. I'm like, Dad, did you just hit her head? He's like, no, I didn't. And so I went over to check, and thank goodness there was a little dust in her hair. And I'm like, yeah, you did, Dad. Yeah, my dad did it.
Wow. Thank you, Ronnie. Appreciate it. Well, listen, luckily, with those phone calls, which I never expected to get phone calls on that, but luckily, no serious injuries.
I mean, when you think about it, the most fan blades in a house are
Usually they're wood,
flimsy wood
yeah,
too. Really
or
easy
some composite stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember my grandparents; they had metal bladed ceiling fans. Those probably would have hurt. I don't think it would have chopped your head off or anything, but I think those probably would have worked. But listen, I'm not making this up. I found a report that doctors are seeing more ceiling fan injuries because mothers, fathers, uncles, whomever are lifting kids up into the ceiling fan. So be very, very. Listen to the stats. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, about 2,300 children are treated for head injuries caused by ceiling fans every year. So those are the ones treated. How about all the ones that are not treated? Those are the ones that make it to the hospital.
Yeah, right? It's got to be pretty bad if you go to the hospital.
Speaking of Froggy, you with us today?
Yeah, man, I'm listening. I'm here.
You're just sitting there listening like you're in your car in a parking lot.
You just took a million calls.
But you're not chiming in.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Chime.
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 Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, listen.
Really?
This is crazy.
Oh, my God.
All right, now you're being obnoxious.
No, do tell.
Do you think it's healthy for a patient to jump out of the back of an ambulance on I-95?
You know, of all the interstates in Florida, I-95 is the third choice, I think. I wouldn't want to jump off on I-4. I guess on I-95 would be second.
This is a terrible story.
Was he running from police or something? Or
a patient exited the back of the ambulance while the ambulance was driving full speed down I-95 in Port St. Lucie, right across the state.
Was the doors unlocked?
Did he fall out?
Like the gurney not strapped down?
No,
the whole gurney rolls out?
No.
Okay.
No. The patient opened the doors and jumped out of the ambulance while the ambulance is going woo, 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 down I-95 over on the East Coast.
For a second, I got the image of a gurney just rolling out of the back and racing down the highway.
A man being transported in an ambulance on I-95 exited the back of the ambulance as it was moving, fell onto the highway, and then was run over by other vehicles behind the ambulance.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Yeah.
And, I think you know how this ended. Oh, it ended.
A happy ending?
Yeah.
Like a good ending?
No.
I'm going to go with probably not.
No, there's no happy ending here.
Not in this case.
No happy ending here.
I pushed you out of a van and you were covered in bubble wrap going about 15 miles an hour. Did that hurt?
We did that, right.
Yeah.
I push you or you push me?
I pushed you. You were covered in the bubble wrap.
Yeah, we bubble wrapped Fester and pushed him out of a movie vehicle.
I'm not sure.
That's some years ago. Here's what happened. Florida Highway Patrol investigators said the ambulance was traveling south on I-95 near West Midway Road in Port St. Lucie. I know exactly where that. I've been under that over past 100 times.
Well, now you have a story to tell.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was around 9 p.m. Last week. A patient, a 70-year-old man from Jacksonville, decided, hey, I'm out of here. Exited the rear doors of the ambulance. The man fell to the road as the ambulance was driving at highway speed and was struck by multiple vehicles, including a 2023 Kia sedan. I want to see you in a Kia. Wow.
Not under a Kia.
Well, exactly. I want to see you in a Kia.
Yeah, just get in the Kia. It's cool. It's a good car.
Yeah.
Don't get underneath it.
Yeah, Kia killed in action in this case. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
KIA, I'm sorry.
We're going to kill you with a Kia.
Yeah. But listen, it could have been a BMW, right? But also a 2020 Volvo also ran the guy over. So we had a Kia, Volvo, according to the FHP. A 29-year-old paramedic inside the vehicle attempted to stop the man from leaving, and he also fell out of the ambulance while trying to. So the paramedic was injured. The patient died.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to follow somebody out of the ambulance.
The ambulance driver, a 38-year-old woman, she stopped on the shoulder. This is crazy. The paramedic also had life-threatening injuries and was transported to HCA Florida Lawnwood Hospital in Fort Pierce. FHP investigators reported that all vehicles continued south and did not stop. How the hell do you not stop?
Dude, I hit somebody barreling out of a ambulance on the interstate.
Oh, wait a sec.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a sec.
What?
The Volvo was not a passenger vehicle. It was a Volvo tractor trailer. It was yes, it was the Volvo. It was, because Volvo makes, tractors that pull, the trailers.
Hold on a second.
What?
How can they have so many details if everybody who hit the guy left? How do they know?
That's a very good question.
So the paramedic was like, as soon as I started falling, I saw a Kia and a Volvo truck, and then boom, the cement. I mean, that's a lot of details for having no other people. Not that they did anything wrong.
Wow.
Except
All right. A 24, here, it gets better, though. A 24-year-old man of Port St. Lucie driving the Kia, he did return to the crash scene with a 27-year-old male passenger, and then a 44-year-old man from Forest Hills, New York, was driving the Volvo tractor, and he also came. So the vehicles remained going south, but then they turned around later on, so they didn't totally flee.
What an awful drive that must be. We have to wait
God.
for the next exit to see the person we just
But is
killed.
that nuts, jumping out of an ambulance on I-95? Holy frigamoly. That's insane. Oh, can I point out a parenting, alert?
Yeah. We always want those.
Let me roll out like a good parenting tip. All right, a suggestion. So let me give you some good parenting advice. Apparently, there are schmucks for hits on social media. Parents are cracking eggs on their babies' heads.
Oh, I was watching those videos yesterday.
Are you serious?
Oh, I got in a hole for an hour.
Are you serious?
I wanted to do it to my kid.
But they're doing it to little kids, right?
Yeah. One of the little kids are like, it hurts.
Wait. Aren't the little kids, their skulls aren't developed quite yet?
No, I mean, they're little.
Yeah, I don't think
baby heads are soft.
But
still.
I don't think an egg is going to hurt them.
Yeah, they do it right on the soft spot when they're an infant.
Yeah.
Right. But what's the deal here? You've got such idiots that want to become social media stars that they succumb to a trend of cracking eggs over their babies' heads, videoing them, and then putting the videos online?
What they do is they act like they're making a little cake together, and they go, okay, the mom goes, I'm going to crack the egg, and then she goes, kink, right on their head, and then they react.
What
It's
the
stupid.
hell?
I'm just looking to see what the moms look
Now,
like, really.
Does the egg break, and does the egg go all
No,
down the kid's
they just crack it and open it.
and then open it into the bowl?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Oh, no, yeah, smash the kid with the egg.
No,
That's
it's
the way to do
cracking it.
What the hell is going on now?
And then if you get the yolk and stuff on them, then they could have germs on them. Kids are going to touch their head with their salmonella germs in their mouth.
Get all salmonella up good. No, but what are some of these stupid video trends where people are getting hurt? We've talked about a number of these things. Well, so Froggy,
the big one was the milk crate challenge from a few years ago. That was a big one.
Yeah, but recently, people just doing stupid.
Oh, the bleach in the face
Oh,
challenge.
yes,
The
yes.
Tide Pod challenge.
The drinking.
What's wrong with these?
Drinking rubbing alcohol.
What's
challenge?
wrong with these morons? So listen, don't crack eggs over your kid's head to then video it and put it on social media. Don't aid and abet. Don't add to the problem. Don't be a jackwagon parent. But I can't believe we have to talk about this. Don't crack eggs on your kid's head.
It's not so cute.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
I
sorry.
don't know that I'm that offended by it as
right.
much as you are. Big deal.
I just think it's totally idiotic.
What if you get that stuff, the yolk in their kids' eyes?
Oh, no.
Right?
Heavens.
Salmonella in the eye?
Oh, no.
You gonna say heaven's the purgatory?
I was going to, but I was trying to think of an egg joke. I couldn't.
Oh, boy.
That was an excellent story.
And he's not exaggerating.
Exactly.
Question for you guys.
Nice.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Are you allowed to bring pepper spray on an airplane? Question is, are you able to bring like a self-defense pepper spray on a commercial flight?
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes.
No is correct.
Damn it!
Yes is wrong. So how the hell did pepper spray get through security at Miami International Airport for a flight on the way to LaGuardia?
So can you bring little aerosol cans?
No, you can't.
You can't bring like a little mini hairspray?
You're
or
not allowed to bring pepper spray on the airplane. And here we have a flight. This is an American Airlines flight. Was diverted on Sunday night to Jacksonville after a bottle of pepper spray was deployed inside the cabin. They say accidentally, inadvertently. It was American Flight 1680 from Miami bound for KLGA, LaGuardia Airport. And it was a Boeing 737. And they had to land at Jacksonville 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. The airline said the diversion was due to a disruptive incident involving a customer. The aircraft was cleaned after diverting. Then it continued to LaGuardia. There was no further incident. Yeah, somebody didn't whip out nunchucks or Chinese throwing stars or a taser. Yeah, it was just the pepper spray. According to the TSA's website, pepper spray is not allowed in carry-on bags. You can put it in your checked luggage. Hey, you can check a gun. If you have the appropriate box and the ammo is separated, you can check a gun. You know, make sure that you're checking your gun. You're bringing it to a state where you're allowed to have it. You know, because there are plenty of, like New York, you can't bring a gun there.
MJ, this doesn't sound like is it a
TSA screwed up.
Yeah, it's their
so
fault.
the TSA in Miami did not. Yeah, they're worried about a flipping bottle of half-filled Aquafina, but here you got pepper spray getting through down at Miami TSA.
Yep, that's pepper spray through. It's fine.
Yeah, so not intentional. It was accident. How'd that happen? Would like someone reach into their purse and just sprayed it all over the cabin?
I mean, usually they're in like a little leather or pleather case or something.
Can you imagine if somebody like in first class said, "Flight attendant, can I get some pepper, please, for the in-flight meal?" and then the pepper spray goes off. Yeah, I got some right back over here. So they called it. It wasn't bear spray.
Okay, bear spray is very specific.
Yeah, bear spray.
Bear spray is really strong, right?
But I think it's the same basic ingredient that you have inside of regular pepper spray.
Didn't one of you guys get sprayed? Didn't somebody in here get sprayed with bear spray? Or
No, we pepper sprayed Legally Blind Mike
That's
in the face about 12 years ago.
Okay.
And I had bear spray when I went to Alaska. When the whole family, when Michelle and myself and the kids, when we went to Alaska and we rented an RV, we rented like a 30-foot Four Rivers or forest.
It was a forest river.
Yeah, an FR3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rented like a 30-foot RV. Did I ever tell you this story? This is funny. And Julian or Chloe just brought this up in conversation. I can't remember who we were talking to, but we were talking about this. This just came up a couple of days ago, and I just remembered. So when we flew to Alaska, this is, I think 2015 or 2016, and we did 2 weeks in Alaska. Summer vacation. It was fantastic. We flew into Anchorage, and we went right away from the airport right to this RV rental place. And I had booked a whole week rental for this 30-foot motorhome, which we slept in, and we traveled the whole Kenai Peninsula.
Right.
All the way down to Homer, all the way at the very, very end. I got my Salty Dog T-shirt still from Homer, Alaska down there. So we were staying in either national parks and paying a little park fee, or we were going to a campground and paying a fee there. And so we spent the whole week in the motorhome. It was fantastic. We loved it. It was great. I mean, I'm not up for that all the time, but once every 20 years, I know this is not good for your business, but for me, hey, it's listen, some people I did enjoy it though.
Different strokes.
I don't want to do every vacation like that, but maybe once every 6, 7, 8 years.
Something different.
Just grab a motorhome. So in Alaska, we get the motorhome, and it was a little worn. It wasn't terrible, but the motorhome was a little worn. And I said to the guy that was, handing me the keys, I'm like, whoa, hang on a sec. We're supposed to get a brand new 2017 model, I think. We're supposed to get a brand new 2017. He said, oh, yeah. The person that returned your vehicle that you were supposed to get drove through a McDonald's drive-thru.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. And ripped the whole roof off the top of this. Like it was a brand new, at the time. This, I think it was summer of 16. And it was like a brand new 2017 model. and this dude ripped the unit we were supposed to get. The whole roof got ripped off because the guy went underneath a low hanging portico or whatever.
That's so funny when that happens and you have no like financial responsibility for it. If it's someone else,
it's funny. I was supposed to get a brand new motorhome, and I got one with 100,000 miles on it. I was supposed to get a brand new one. Yeah, real funny. Glad you're laughing at me.
The person
real
who
funny
hit it probably had a hell of a bill.
Oh yeah,
there's a YouTube channel. There's one special bridge somewhere where,
dude, we've talked about that a million times.
North Carolina 11-7 bridge.
There's a whole channel dedicated to that bridge. You can watch all of them.
They raised the bridge like 4 inches or something, but people are still.
There's like 1,000.
Oh yeah, trucks and they smash it and peel the whole top of the trailers off.
There's a YouTube channel. They can't adjust the bridge because it's a train track that's been there since like the Civil War.
No, they did raise it. They raised it a little bit.
Or they must have dug out the road below it.
No, I don't think I think they literally raised the bridge. But there's a YouTube channel for this bridge in North Carolina where a guy set up cameras because he heard crashes like every day of trucks trying to drive underneath. Oh my God, look at this. It's 8:50. Oh, we're late.
I noticed.
All right, hold on. We're running late. All right, let me take a quick break. We'll start another long segment of the MJ Morning Show. It's the 11-foot 8. The website is what?
It's called 11foot8.com.
Oh yeah, folks. If you want to entertain yourself,
11, then the word foot, and then the number 8.com.
11foot8.com. So the number 11, then foot, then the number 8.com, and it's this bridge in North Carolina. We talked about this 12 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. It's been a long time. All right, let me take a quick break. We're running a little late here, so loaded segment next, and then we'll also give you the next song title to listen for the Trip a Day song. And all that is next. Don't move. Here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, stand by. MJ Morning Show at Q105. It is 9:03 at the MJ Morning Show. Running a little late. I lost track of the last segment. I did more than an hour and 20 minutes nonstop. I think I did like an hour and 25 minutes nonstop. I think I got 5 bonus minutes in there. I just lost track of time, which happens occasionally. All right, MJ Morning Show, Q105. So it's a little after 9. So between now and 9:20, I'm going to give you the next MJ Trip a Day song. We'll tell you what title to listen for. It's going to play guaranteed before 6 o'clock today. Sometime during the workday. When you hear it, be the 7th caller, 800-990-1047, and win the 3-day staycation. This week we're doing the Wyndham Grand Orlando Bonnet Creek. So nice 3-day getaway, and you could win later today. I'll give you the song to listen for in just a matter of minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on the legendary Q105. That's my transition music right there. What do you think? Oh, Froggy, is Andrew going to bleep that out so we can play it?
He's not a member of the group, so I have to email it to him.
Oh, well, did you email it?
I'm doing it right now.
Dude, you showed me this like 7 minutes ago.
I showed it to you like 3 minutes ago.
All right.
7-3, big deal.
Whatever. So Froggy comes to us during the commercial break. He's like, oh, man, you got to see this. This is going around in the fishing community. I'm like, oh, great.
What's that?
He literally comes in the studio.
I give a flying crap of what's going on in the fishing community.
But this is good.
But then he plays it. Well, because I didn't have much expectations, but then Froggy plays this video of a charter captain. Was that out in the Gulf?
Yeah. He was taking a family out.
So this is a local charter captain and flips out on the dad, right?
Yeah, flips out on the dad because he made a little mistake on the boat.
Oh, my God. And the charter captain just loses his crap. I mean, he
cancels the trip.
Oh, yeah. He says, I'm taking you back. He's just yelling and F this, F that. And all right, Andrew.
Charter captain. All right, I just sent it to you, Andrew. I sent you the audio file.
Dude, I want to get it on the air before we go off the air.
Well, you know, I'm only one man.
All right. Okay, Hut. All right. So, hey, Andrew, can you get that bleeped as quickly as you can?
Just emailed it to you there, buddy.
All right, it should be in your email now. And, I mean, do we want to mention the name of the charter company when we talk about it?
They are, the backlash is beginning.
Really?
Against the charter company?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Give us the full details. And you said there was a statement put out. Can you find the statement?
Yes, I'm looking for that now.
Give us everything when the audio is done.
I just found out about this. So
when did you find out about it?
Just a couple minutes ago.
Breaking news in Florida, in Froggy's fishing world.
This is fishing charter breaking news here on the MJ Morning Show. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yeah, so breaking news from the world of charter fishing, which typically I don't have much interest in. I'm not a fisherman. I'm a scuba diver. I've logged well over 1,000 dives all over the planet. I'm a scuba diver. I'm not a spear fisher. I don't have the patience for fishing. What are you laughing at?
Hurricane just sent me a text.
Did he really?
What does it say?
It's an inside joke, but
even better.
Just an insight. Hey,
we love him.
Hey, Hurricane, thanks for listening.
We love you, Hurricane.
Yeah, and listen, as soon as we potentially syndicate this thing, if I continue in this career path,
let's not go crazy.
I'll give Hurricane a call. Maybe he can help out in the syndication department. So, all right, here's the deal. Couple of things. This sucks. Remember what I teased a few minutes ago?
No.
Apartment complex issue.
Oh, yes.
That's
It's all coming back to me now.
There is an apartment complex issue that I would like to deal with right now here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And this sucks. And I'm sorry, this should not be the way that this story ends. A property manager at an apartment complex stole rent from renters. So the renters are giving the money to the management office. They had a bad employee that stole the money, and now the management company expects those people to pay their rent again.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What?
that's their employee.
Exactly.
That should be covered by whatever employee fraud insurance they have.
From WSMV in Nashville, Tennessee, People already struggling to make ends meet are being hit with a double whammy. Their former apartment managers accused of stealing their rent payments. Now their former property manager, Casey Euler, is under investigation. Euler's accused of taking the payments and blah, 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 blah. But then the company that owns the apartment complex, they're expecting the tenants to pay the rent again after their rent was ripped off by the bad employee. No. I'm sorry. No.
That's not how that goes.
You should not. You eat that. Your employee acting as an agent for your company ripped off your tenants. They shouldn't have to pay the rent twice. They already paid it. It's a Jackson, Tennessee-based company recently admitted in a letter to tenants that it's not their fault their rent payments are stolen. No, it is. It's your employee.
It's exactly your fault.
The company still wants the residents to pay up. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's see how that works out in court.
Call yourself a lawyer there.
Yeah, John Willier said he places his money order for rent in a gold slot at the Holy Tree Apartments in Manchester, Tennessee every month. Once it's there, my responsibility is over. I agree. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Holy tree.
What a total mess.
Awful.
Yeah, I mean,
terrible, man.
Can we all agree? You know what? Let's go to MJ's court.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hang on a second.
Put on your little robe.
Hang on, I got to find my MJ's court music here.
MJ also has to put on a little white wig.
Oh, is this it?
Like a
Yeah,
British
here we go.
court.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's enter MJ's court. The litigants are entering the courtroom. The plaintiffs paid their rent. The defendant, who's being sued, says that it's not their fault that one of their employees went all off the reservation. Oh, can you say that anymore? Am I about to get canceled?
Judge MJ just got canceled.
So the management company says it's not their fault that their employees stole the rent. Don't take the law into your own hands. You take them to court. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Llewellyn, and this is MJ's court. All right, so let's go. This is a 4-judge panel.
Wait. I got to tell you what I am. Can you hear this? I'm the court stenographer.
No, you're a judge. You're.
She's been reduced to stenographer.
We had a stenographer do the whole show, and it doesn't sound like that.
You've been disbarred for meth use, and now you're the stenographer. All right. So, Roxanne.
Should stenographers be allowed to use meth?
How do you think they type so fast?
Dude, there's a girl that has a YouTube page and shows you how they do it and how she practices.
She's meth stenographer?
No, she's just a stenographer, but it's really cool and difficult.
Roxanne, you're the judge. How do you find in this case for the plaintiffs, the tenants that had their rent stolen by the employee, or do you find for the management company that expects the tenants to pay their rent again?
I side with the plaintiffs all day.
Right.
They paid their money.
Yep.
They're not responsible for the jackass that they hired.
Exactly.
Your Honor.
Language.
You're a judge.
Language from the bench.
Your Honor.
That's conjecture, Judge.
Wow.
I'd like to file a grievance against the judge.
Judge Fester. Where do you stand?
I rule in favor of the landlord.
What is this judge?
I am the judge.
My cousin Vinny.
I take all the bribes.
No, that's Herman Munster. That was Fred. That was Fred Gwynn.
Yeah, that was Fred Gwynn.
It was the guy that played Herman Munster. Fred Gwynn. He was a great actor.
2 Utes.
What is a Ute?
What is a Ute?
Yeah, Fester, come on. You can't take the side of the management company.
Yes, sir.
I've been a judge for 62 years.
I concur with the landlord. I took the bribe.
What are you talking about?
Those renters need to pay again.
No, they don't.
What are we in Alabama?
No, we're in Tennessee. We're not far off.
Okay.
How wrong am I?
All right, listen, I'm moving on here. Come on.
We got to go to Judge Froggy.
All right, go ahead, Froggy.
What am I doing?
Oh, jeez, really?
Am I a judge?
Yes. Do you find in favor of the plaintiff or the defendant?
Well, let's see here. I say, heads and tail plaintiff. Yeah, that's how I do it.
You don't know who's who, do you?
No, I don't. All right, early onset dementia.
I rule in favor of the plaintiffs as well. They paid their rent. They put it in the slot. They relied on the fact that that's the typical method.
Whoa, what's this part?
Hold on.
This is the breakdown.
What the hell?
We're
Now we're in the court elevator.
We're into a whole new part of the People's Court theme here. I don't think we've ever gotten this far. I've got
They
to.
really put a lot of work into this.
This is the part where Doug Llewellyn starts giving the stenographer drinks.
This is where they turn on the disco light bulb.
Here, how about you take a sip of this here?
Man, this is getting all freaky.
Let me show you the people's
Judge
crotch.
Wapner's rubbing his junk under the desk.
This is where the coffee was spiked with some hallucinogen.
Wow.
Judge is always trying to get me to take this drink.
Rusty the bailiff is filling up the cons in the van.
Yeah, I fight in favor of the plaintiffs, man. You paid the rent. It is the management company's fault that they had some bad employee that stole the rent money, and you better eat it. All right?
That's right.
Just eat that thing.
But you got to do it in a better Tennessee judge voice.
All right, 9:15 now. Actually, 9:14 still. So it is the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Let's do this. I have in my hands. What the heck was
I mean,
that?
the amount of noise is coming from that side of the room.
Guys, what is going
Very
on? I got
noisy over
Roxanne
here today.
passing gas all morning long.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
There she goes again.
No, but there was some noise.
No,
First
I'll tell
thing
you what, I discovered it. It was my ring light. The ring on the ring light fell to the ground and it chimed, but now I put it back together so I can't.
There's a chime on your light?
Well, now
Your ring light makes noise?
This morning when I came in, I set down my ring light.
Yeah.
The outer ring part fell off and fell on the floor, and that was the chime that you heard this morning.
Yeah, first thing this morning, I got noises, but Fester never turns his phone off or puts it on silent.
No, it's on right now.
So we constantly, have that. All right, here we go. Here's the song that you're listening for. It's the MJ Trip a Day. We're giving you a chance to win the latest getaways, a 3-day staycation at the Wyndham Grand Orlando Bonnet Creek. So here's the song that you're listening for. When you hear this song played sometime after right now, before 6 o'clock, guaranteed, be the 7th caller, you win the staycation. You win the 3-day staycation. The song you're listening for is ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding,
the Olympics
ding, 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 ding.
Is there gonna be love?
Say it again.
We're gonna be love.
Yeah,
you don't know any of the lyrics.
Keep going.
Oh, this ain't gonna be love. That's all I know.
That's kind of how it goes.
You kind of have the song, but you don't have any of the
I don't
words.
know the words at all.
You don't have any of the words. Do you know what song that is?
Yeah.
What song is that? No, hold on. Roxanne, you got it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Knowing how I made you feel should have been gone.
Hey, do me a favor, bring up the song. Andrew, let me know when you have Oh Sherry. So the song that you're listening for is Oh Sherry by Steve Perry, part of his solo career, former lead singer of Journey. And Oh Sherry was a solo hit of his in the summer of 1984. And you want to know where the part goes, should have been gone, that part? All right, roll the song. Here we go. So I was doing the boing, ding, ding. You're waiting for Oh Sherry.
Okay.
What are you giggling at over here?
Someone just texted me the name of that song. The name of the song is Cinnamon Gum.
Yeah, so MJ, I went
Cinnamon Gum?
Right,
Cinnamon Gum.
I'm on a lyric
What,
site right
like
now.
Big Red?
MJ, I'm on a lyric site that has mistaken lyrics for the Oh Sherry song. He could be saying cinnamon gum or cinnamon gold or cinnamon bun.
Cinnamon bun!
It's cinnamon bun!
Or Cinnabon. Wow.
That doesn't work.
All right, so that's the song. You're listening for that. It's going to play sometime today. When you hear Cinnamon Bun, when you hear Steve Perry O'Sherry, just be the 7th caller, and you got the staycation from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. You know there's a rash of bogus $100 bills being passed around the Tampa Bay area? Do you remember the dude? There was a guy that this was like, I never got around to this, but there was that story a couple of weeks ago where the guy was pulled over, fled from police, and they found counterfeit money in the vehicle. You know, I think he got stopped by FHP on
I vaguely recall
on
that.
I-4, if I'm not mistaken. But listen, here's the deal. There are a bunch of bogus $100 bills. It's a rash right now. So if you're a business owner, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't take $100 bills right now.
You need the pen.
Well, guess what?
The pen.
Guess what?
They're printing them on 5s or singles or something.
Let me tell you right now that the pen didn't work, and Kiwi Cup Coffee up in Trinity, they got whacked. They had they had one person give them 100, then obviously their friend came in right after with another 100. You know, they're buying, what, a $4 cup of coffee? Oh, yes, $96 change. So they're just washing these bills, getting rid of the fakes, and ending up with most of the money back in real currency change. So here's this Kiwi Cup Coffee up in Trinity. We got to call the owner.
Of Kiwi Cup?
Yeah. Hey, Andrew, do me a favor. Can you call Kiwi Cup Coffee up in Trinity and see if we can get the owner on the line, and let's see if we can talk to him next. But they got hit with 2 counterfeit hundreds. They're out.
So how'd they know they were counterfeit if the pen didn't work?
The employee did the pen, and the pen alerted that it was okay. So, you know, for a small business, you take a $200 loss. That's not good.
So what I heard, not that I know firsthand.
Luke Main is the owner. Hey, Andrew, call up this coffee shop, Kiwi Cup in Trinity, and ask for Luke Main, Mayn. He owns the shop. His employee there did the pen check, and the 100 came back as good.
Well, what they're doing is they're bleaching singles and 5s.
Well, that's been done for a long time.
But that's how they're beating the pen.
Right.
I went to one place recently, and the guy put it in like a little scanner. They went in and zip, 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 and pulled it out, and then the light turned green.
All right, folks, when we get back, I got to take a break here. When we get back, first up, we're back in minutes. We're going to play this fishing charter meltdown that happened out on the Gulf, and Froggy just found out about this. Froggy's an avid fisherman, and this charter boat captain melted the hell down. And we'll tell you the story. Also, there's like an apology and a mea culpa by the owner of the company.
Yes.
All right, so we got to tell you the whole story, and we'll get to that next, along with a lot of other stuff in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show in minutes here on Q105. Let me tell you right now. 29. Let's go. Froggy brought this fishing story to me, and I said it was first up when we get back, and Froggy's nowhere to be found.
I think he forgets that we don't play a song here.
What the hell is he doing? Froggy, get in here, dude. It's your story. Yeah, this is it, Fester. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
So,
oh gosh, did she get hurt?
Little MJ morning show behind the scenes.
Yeah.
During the whole commercial break, MJ and I were looking for parking lot accident videos.
Yeah, how'd that come up?
Because we were watching the Today Show and they were going for a test drive on the on the new Mustang, which looks pretty badass. And they were in a parking lot with a pole, and MJ's like, watch him hit the one pole in the parking lot.
Right. And there was like a closed course in a parking lot with, big concrete base and then the light pole. And I said, man, there's this funny video going around. It looks like it's like a movie theater parking lot. It's at night. And this girl literally, look at this, Roxanne.
Watch this.
She drives.
Boom.
She drives.
Smashes the whole front end.
Smashes the whole front end of the car. Unbelievable. All right, so I think Froggy might have sent me the story. All right, here it is. Let me share this. This is a crazy story. I can't believe that Froggy's not here.
Well, I will kind of explain things. Maybe, possibly, he.
Dude, what are you doing? We're back on the air for 2.5 minutes already.
Gosh darn it, I told you not to call me during the show.
That
deal is not going to be done. You don't have enough money to buy my services.
Now he's
good day, sir.
Now he's pretending that he's on a business call.
That's right. It was really it was a big deal.
All right,
fell right through the cracks.
All right, you sent me. This is like a Facebook post.
Yes, a Facebook post that the family released. I don't know.
No, this is from the charter company.
Yes. That's the post of the president of the charter company explaining the situation.
Where's the people flipping out?
I have that right here.
We have the audio of it.
Do you know where this was? It was somewhere out in the Gulf?
I believe so.
Is this a local Tampa Bay operation?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Local operation. Right. Everybody knows them.
Do they? Because
big fishing charter, one of the biggest.
It's a 305 area code.
Well, that's Miami.
Okay.
Maybe it's Miami.
Okay, I don't
305 is Miami.
Maybe it's Miami. Maybe they had different locations. I don't know.
All right, so this is the audio, the family that chartered the boat. They're on a fishing charter, and the family, they recorded video while the captain was flipping out.
I don't give a f***. Right, let's just go back. I am going back.
Just leave it.
You talk to me, you don't f***ing listen for shit. I done told you, listen to me, and you keep telling me, listen to me, listen to me. Okay. I ain't f***ing listening to you, bro. Okay, all right. I do this every f***ing day. Every day. Okay, yeah, you've made yourself clear. Okay, I hope I did. You're on with it. Never have I ever had a trip like this. Okay. Whole f***ing life of fishing.
So
he's having a. What happened?
The captain is going off on the family.
See, it sounds like a nice little British family, doesn't it?
I couldn't really tell.
Oh, one of our texters says he's fished with them before. Two conchs.
Two
Marina
conchs. Yeah,
in Isla Mirada.
Okay, so yeah, it is. So it's down in the Keys.
Yeah,
so
like I told you.
So the guy.
You said it was Tampa Bay.
No, I mean locals as far as the west coast of the east coast of North America.
As far as what? As far as the southeastern United States?
Yes,
so
that's what I meant.
The owner.
The tri-state area?
That's not Captain Jack Carlson, is it? Because he's like a big deal. He's like a host of a TV show on
it is.
Outdoor Channel.
No, it is, because it's two conchs charters.
He's the owner, but I don't know if he was the captain on this boat.
No, he wasn't the captain.
Oh, okay.
Let me.
No, those guys are all over TV.
Yeah, let me read you the statement now. So that audio is crazy. Now, Froggy, do you have an understanding on what set the charter captain off?
My understanding is that the dad slipped on some water on the boat, which there's always water on the bottom of the boat. And he slipped and he fell into the throttle, which made the boat, lurch forward, right. Which made the captain fall back onto the sea deck in the back, which is right above the motor. He almost fell on the motor.
Right.
And then he got back in the boat, and that's when that happened.
I don't give a f***. Right, let's just go back. I am going back.
Just leave it.
You talk to me, you don't f***ing listen for shit. I done told you, listen to me, and you keep telling me, listen to me, listen to me. Okay. I ain't f***ing listening to you, bro. Okay, all right. I do this every f***ing day. Every day. Okay, yeah, you've made yourself clear. Okay, I hope I did. You're on with it. Never have I ever had a trip like this. Okay. Whole f***ing life of fishing.
My God, the guy is just losing it. Hey, Doug, come on in here, buddy.
Hey, come on in, Doug.
Yeah, Dig Doug's here. Dig Doug actually looks like an unhinged charter boat captain.
He does.
He actually does.
Hey, Doug, good to see you, pal.
So it's
coming to the side of me.
It's two conchs charters, and the reason why they have a 305 area code is because they're in South Florida.
Yeah,
they're in the Miami
exactly
area.
Where we are.
All right, so it's Isla Mirada, or what did you say? Did you say Isla Mirada?
Yeah.
Marathon, Isla Mirada. All right, so they posted on Facebook a response to what's going on here.
The president of the company posted a response, and I guess he explains. I haven't heard this yet.
Let me read this to you. This is just like 18 hours ago this was posted. So this was posted like last night or late yesterday afternoon.
I think we have the video of it.
Oh, really? Hold on. All right, refresh that. And let's. So this is the owner of the company?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and refresh and go.
Refresh and
go.
I'm Captain Jack Carlson. As many of you know, there's been an unfortunate incident with one of our charter captains. And as a result, Captain Chris is no longer operating under the Two Conchs brand. Just to give you the backstory, after speaking with the customer and Captain Chris, they were trolling and got into a few mahi, and at that point, Captain Chris was kneeling down in the back, taking the hook out of a fish. By this time, the customer found his way into the helm area and slipped into the throttle to the full position, causing Captain Chris to fall over the transom and onto the dive platform by the motor. Captain Chris then pulled himself up and made it back to the throttle and pulled it back. Shortly after that is when the video starts, and as we all saw, Captain Chris starting to yell at the customer.
He lost his crap.
After the situation cooled off, the group decided to continue fishing for the remaining 4 hours.
What?
They caught more mahi, returned to the dock, and Captain Chris filleted the fish for the customers. We have over 29 captains who work hard all day, year-round, to provide an enjoyable and safe experience for our customers. We hold the captains to the utmost degree of professionalism and customer service. No matter what happened, Captain Chris should have not acted the way he did. His behavior was unacceptable, especially in front of the children. Two Conchs has been a charter business for just under 30 years.
All right, so wait, you're saying that this is unacceptable? So if
In front of a
Roxanne,
9-year-old, he's doing.
if Roxanne and Dig Dug were on the charter boat with their 2 kids, 4 and 6, this would be unacceptable.
I don't give a f***. Right, let's just go back. I am going back.
Just leave it.
Just leave it.
Honestly, you don't f***ing listen for I done told you, listen to me, and you keep telling me, listen to me, listen to me. I ain't f***ing listening to you, bro. Okay, all right. I do this every f***ing day. Every day.
Okay, yeah, you've made yourself clear.
Never have I ever had a trip like this. Okay. Whole f***ing life of this.
Oh, all right.
I hear the British accent now.
It's not even like engaging him at all. Okay.
Yeah,
no,
they're
right.
They're a bunch of Brits on vacation, and they're getting screamed at by this.
What we should do is go on a fishing shot. It's been so fun.
Daddy.
Oh, it's going to be marvellous.
It's going to be lovely.
We want the fishing captain to call us a bunch of effing bleeps.
Oh, don't worry. I might call you a bleep face if you're lucky.
Watch this, love. I'll hit the throttle.
Daddy, what's wrong with this wanker?
Daddy, what's the matter with this wanker? He's being a weird bloke.
Oh, man.
Daviana doesn't like bad words.
Bloke?
You may want to leave now then, kid.
Yeah. All
right, so Roxanne's here
She'll
with the
call
whole...
you, like when she watches MJ TV, sometimes if she hears you, MJ say shut up, she'll say, MJ said a bad word.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Dig Dug's in the studio.
And Doug.
All right. I get to play the jingle while they're all in the studio.
And Doug.
What's
And
up,
Doug.
Dig Dug? How you doing?
Good to see everybody. You know,
Are you dropping the kid off because you're going to catch a plane to go play golf somewhere, or what?
I am. Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
head to the airport in just a second. You know, we came in, we went to use the bathroom, and they made me do like 2 web posts before I could even use the toilet.
Yes, I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's gotten insane.
It has to be local, Doug.
Did you do a listicle? Yeah, I got your listicle right here.
Right, they love their listicles.
Listen, everyone, I know you're short on time, running over this morning. I just want to say hello. Everything looks great. Y'all.
Isn't that studio? How cramped it is.
What do you mean?
It's tight. I mean,
I never realized Doug was an ear under the hat guy. I mean,
I just
over
threw-
the
I
hat.
just threw
It looks really good like that.
Thank you. But anyway, good to see everybody.
You look great.
Good to see you, Doug.
Yeah, summer's been good on everyone.
Yes.
Are you asking or telling?
Summer's been good on everyone.
Speaking, I'm glad he brought that up. MJ, could you please promote my Instagram page?
Why?
Oh, she
Because
put up
you
another
post-
bikini shot.
Because you
really?
Roxanne put up the most awkward, sexy, unsexy thing ever.
All right, well, that's what you showed me earlier?
Yes, it's not. It's just photos from our Bahamas trip. So
It's
I
very
just,
cute.
I just.
All right, Roxanne's got new thirst trap images and videos to try to boost her Instagram following.
I haven't seen these.
Oh, you haven't seen them yet?
Oh, Roxanne.
All right, they're up at what now? Who's that?
That's Emma Radikowski.
Oh, I was going to say, Roxanne, you're looking really good in that one right there.
Yeah, that's Emma.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the rat. That's
Yeah.
the rat lady.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Emily
it's Emily.
Radikowski.
Emily Radikowski.
So I follow only supermodels and MJ Morning Show members on my Instagram.
There you go.
follow
So here's-
Radikowski?
So
it's worth it.
Roxanne Wilder on
At Roxanne Wilder.
on Instagram.
So
Very
the first photo is a family photo. Then there's a kid on a hammock photo. Then there's another kid up close. Then there's Doug. Ugh. And then there's then there's the payoff at the end of Roxanne holding her bosom as 4-year-olds jump on her.
No.
Which
No, there are no 4-year-olds.
oh,
in that
that's the
picture.
other video I saw.
That's,
Okay.
that's a video on my phone that you
That's
saw.
fun.
Okay. So look, there's Roxanne at the end. So you have to go through the picture of Doug, which both he and I apologize for, right, Doug?
You know what? Great to see everybody. I don't want to take up any more time. I know you're overboard.
Yeah, you probably should be going.
Hey, you know what went over very well? As I look at my Instagram in the final moments of today's show, as I look at my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, and I encourage you to give me a follow. You know what has gotten a lot of commentary? You know what people love? People love Fester in the size medium Wander Franco T-shirt. When Fester wears typically a 3 or a 4XL, Fester put on the Wander Franco number 5 Tampa Bay Rays shirt that he found. The last one.
Hopefully the last one.
The last one's still on the shelves in the Tampa Bay area. Fester found it at the Walmart in Oldsmar, bought it, and Fester put on a medium, an adult medium. I mean, that really fits a 14-year-old. Anyway, so listen. So Fester put the shirt on, and
I have to say, I wore it all day.
MJ, don't you think he should put it on and take it back and say something's wrong with the fit?
People love the picture. If you've not seen, I did a whole gallery, like 4 or 5 pictures.
You do look good in
If
it.
you've not seen Fester in the little bitty size medium Wander Franco Tampa Bay Rays T-shirt, you got to take a look at it. It's on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, and you know what it's like? It's like
That guy in a little coat.
Yes.
That guy in a little coat.
Richard.
That's what it looks like. It's a great picture, by the way, or a great set of pictures. You can see them now. What else is on my Instagram? So also, I have the picture at the tax collector DMV yesterday with my new friend and listener Ismail.
Oh.
Then there's a picture of Julian holding up his driver's license or driver license. So there's an image of that. So a couple of cool things. And while you're on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio, give me a follow. You know, give me a follow. Just like give Roxanne a follow. Give the morning show a follow at MJ Morning Show on Instagram. And with that, I think we're going to wrap this sucker up for a Tuesday broadcast. Man, I left a lot on the table. It's like every day. I can't do everything. I can't. So tomorrow, I literally can go to sleep right now, show up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., and I've got more than a full show that I didn't even get to today. Website is always loaded, mjmorningshow.com. If you want to get a hold of me, my private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. And, of course, give us all a follow on Instagram. Yes, Rox.
Daviana was sold on coming today because she thinks we're going to go to the beach now with Fester and that she's going to get to throw sand in his face like she did last time.
You got it, kid.
Oh,
Let's
that'd
go.
be fantastic.
If you guys need to park at the beach house, just let me know.
Tell you what, why don't you wear the T-shirt and then hold hands at the beach or something. That's
I'm
what you
talking to
ought to
Roxanne.
do. All right, folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Would you please put the Emily Ratajkowski video off? I mean, it's very, very distracting.
Yeah, it is distracting.
Yeah. All right,
In all
folks,
the right ways.
we'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And as I always say, let's be careful out there.